What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh man, this shit hurt. What's good with you, family? How y'all doing? Good morning. Hmm. What live with Ty? I ain't seen no live with Ty. What live was that? I missed it. What up, TBA? What's good with it? Hey, I'm a little late. I had to do some things. What up? What up? What up? What up? I don't know what live. I don't know what live you talking about. Oh man. But we got this one though. We got this live. Y'all invite y'all invite T-West. My fault. My bad. I'll accept it. Management on my head today, I see. Um, y'all invite y'all favorite content creators. If you see them, if you spot them back here, it's okay. I give you full permission to tell them to come in here because we talking about y'all. We talking about y'all. I don't, y'all know me. I ain't, you know. I didn't create any of these. None of these none of these are my prompts. These are just prompts that I screenshotted from various black men. Um these are various prompts that I've screenshotted from various black men. You guys can go through them and read them for yourself, and you can see all the weird shit that these dudes be saying. Look at the pictures they use. Look at the image. This is the one from this morning I was on with that dude Mac number 9. Look at the image of the black woman in the background yelling aggressively, AI image of a black woman, and he's asking all of these random, leading questions or whatever the case may be, and just saying weird shit, just saying a bunch of weird shit, talking about. And the thing that annoys me is how they be trying to be like, we trying to heal the community. No, you not. No, you're not. You're not trying to heal the community. You're actively destroying it. You're actively destroying the community. 100, without a doubt, you're actively destroying it. Because look at what you guys are talking about. Look at what is this? All black men, to black men, avoid all women over 25 with kids, wigs, and makeup. So pretty much like 90% of black women or women. I mean, I'm sure this can apply to a bunch of women, not just black women, but I'm just saying though specifically because we're talking about black men. So what are you? All these dudes, I'm sure they would consider themselves to be pro-black. And their reasoning would be, oh, because I have sex with nothing but black women. Like that would be their reasoning. When you ask a man that claims to be pro-black, well, what makes you pro-black? They would go, oh, because I only hunch on black women. I'm like, that's the only qualification you can say. You can say the wildest shit you want to about black women, but as long as you're sleeping with them, then you're good. You won. Interesting. I love it. This idiot Mac number 9 said black women don't respect a black man. True or false? The answer is black women do respect black men. Should they is the question. That's a better question. Should black men respect, should black women respect black men is a better question than do black women respect black men, because black women do respect black men. Should they do it? If I was a black woman, I wouldn't. If I were a black woman, I wouldn't, because I don't respect you niggas now as a black man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I can really only speak for myself. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't respect men as a group. I don't respect men. Men as a group don't deserve respect. But if you want to single out black women or black men specifically, no, black men, same thing. I don't respect black men. Like, why would I respect black men? That shit is crazy. Another question he asks is, who has the higher body count, men or women? Why is that relevant? And here's the question that here's the question that got this motherfucker stuck. You know what I'm saying? Why stuck him, or where he got stuck. So he asked this dumbass question that says, having children lowers your value in dating. True or false? I don't know who that is. Chantel, I don't know who Chantel is. So having children lowers your value in dating. True or false? Right? Okay. I think that that's a stupid question, but hey, that's the question you want to ask. That's all they try to do is do shock value shit. So that's fine. That's fine, right? You ask that question, whatever. So when I was on the live, he was saying to me that all of these things can be proven with facts and stats, right? And I said, yeah, I am married. So I asked him, I said, okay, so if this, how can you prove that having children lowers your value in dating, right? Do you know that this man said, because black women have more babies than black men? And I was like, they don't though. Like, what? Like, I was like, black women and black men have the same, like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, what? First of all, that was a dumbass response. Just let's just get that out the way. That was just a dumb response to this question. He's answering his own question, and that was his response to it. Was black women have more children than black men? And that's where we got stuck. Because right there, I was like, okay, but they don't though. And he was like, yes, they do. And then he busted out this random this factoid that claims that only 46% of black men have kids. And I was like, that's not true, because by the time black men turn 40, between the ages of 40 and 49, the vast majority of black men have kids. I forgot the exact number at the time, but I knew it was like really, really high, like ridiculously high. And then he was like, no, whatever the fuck. So I said, okay. And then he had posted this little factoid. He was like, I want facts. And he tried to do that shit. And I said, okay, cool. So I looked it up real quick, and I found the shit, and I posted it. And I was like, I shared it in the live, and I was like, right there, it says 80.5% of black men have kids by the age of 40, between the ages of 40 and 49, right? Okay. Which should end the conversation. It should be like, oh, okay, I'm wrong. Instead, he said that that's a prediction, it's not a fact. And I was like, no, that's actually a fact. But it could also be a prediction if you want it to be. Yes, by the time you turn 40 or 50, if you're a black man, you're fucking 80%, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have a fucking baby. You know what I mean? Like, so if 80%, think about it. If 80% of black men have kids by the age of 40, let's do the math. Let's subtract 10% for the LGBTQIA community, which isn't necessarily true, but I'm just saying, just roughly, right? Subtract 10% of men not having babies because they're not interested in women and right? Fine. Then then you got 10% of men left. You got 10% of black men left. Of those black men, how many of them can physically have children? You got to account for that, right? So pretty much, when you really get down to it, like 100% of black men who can have kids and are cishet black men have kids by the age of 50, nigga. It's like damn near every fucking black man gonna end up having a baby in his lifetime. in prison or not, they be having babies. They have babies before they go to prison. Also, the thing about those numbers, if you look at it, it starts. If you actually read it, it starts at the age of 15. 15 fucking years old, 15 to 19. So already right there, the numbers are skewed. Are 15-year-old boys considered men all of a sudden in our society? No, Coco. Are 15-year-old boys considered men? When do we collectively agree? What age do we collectively agree is the start of manhood or womanhood? Right? I think most people would say 18, right? I personally don't believe that. I think manhood and womanhood should start at 25, personally. I personally think it should be 25, personally. It could be, we can argue that. But let's split the difference. Let's say 21. Let's say manhood is 21, right? Because there's certain shit you can do at 18 that you can't do when you're 21 or whatever. You can do most things by the age of 21. You can't rent a car at 21. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't rent a car at 18. You can't drink alcohol. There's a good amount of shit you can't do before the age of 21, right? But most things you can do before you turn 21. But for this argument, you know what I'm saying? Like for this argument, let's just say 21. Fine. Once you take out 15, 8, 16, 7, because the vast majority of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old people don't have kids. They don't have kids, man. The majority of people having kids in their fucking late 20s, black, white, or otherwise, when we're actually adults. So once you take those, boom, all that, whatever numbers you talking about, the shit jumped way the fuck up. Even based on his numbers, it was at 46%. It was at 46% based on his numbers. Take out fucking everybody below the age of 18, the shit gonna jump up to 50 plus percent. Like y'all don't know how to fucking read. You don't know how to do math. You don't know shit. You find things that you think prove your stupid ass talking points. And then when people refute them, you don't know where to go from there. There's nowhere to go from there. That literally took me 3 minutes because I already knew that it was bullshit because I've heard that same dumbass stat repeated a bunch of times. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. They're trying to make it seem like black women out here just picking the pookies and the ray-rays, quote unquote, and they just want to have babies with all these dudes, and every black woman got 3 baby daddies and all of that shit, which black men are actively destroying the community. You're playing into a trope about black women that is untrue, right? Also, how can black men who say this stupid shit, if you think about this, right? Do we not collectively as a group, do we not make fun of racist white tea people from the South who are inbred, right? We talk about inbreeding a lot, about racist white tea people. We do. As a country, that's not even just black people. That's as a country. White people do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So we making fun of racist white tea people, blah, 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 right? Okay. Inbred people. I want y'all to think about this. If 60+% of black women have babies and 40-something% of black men have babies, I don't know if you guys know this, that would mean that a lot of us were inbreds. We all fucking cousins at that point. I don't know if you really sat down and thought about that math. But if you think about it, that means a lot of us are sleeping with our second cousins, our cousins, a lot of us having babies with these people. I just want you to know. 60+% of black women got kids. This is what y'all want me to believe. 60-something% of black women got kids. 45, 46% of black men got kids. Okay, fine. That is 20% higher. Do you understand what that is? That is significant. That is significant. I don't think y'all understand what you guys are actually saying. If I was a racist YT person, I would literally take that stat and be like, y'all been calling us inbred whole time as black people. That's an easy, that's how you flip that. That's an easy, that's easy. I would easily flip that on us if that was me. Easily. I'll be like, oh, guess what? And this is straight from black men's mouths. Black men are saying that all the black women got babies with the same fucking 20% of black men. That's inbred shit. That's inbred shit. Think about it. Think about it. Because we grow up in the same neighborhood. So if it's one man that impregnated 5 different women, right? You think all the women gonna keep their kids away from each other? You don't think them, like, you see what I'm saying? In the same neighborhood, because it ain't like they impregnating people from different parts of the country. They're impregnating the same women in the same neighborhoods, in the same cities. We would all be cousins. What the fuck are y'all talking about? That's crazy. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Stop saying that shit. This is what I'm saying. This is a perfect example of how black men will shoot their nose to spite their face, right? Y'all are willing to basically say that all black people, right, are freaking inbreds, so to speak. You know what I mean? For like, you are willing to say that black people are inbreeders just so you can shame black women. What? Even if it was true, I would lie about that shit. I ain't gonna even hold you. Even if that shit were true, I would lie about it. That's what y'all not understanding. Like, if y'all prove to me right now that shit was true, I would still lie about it. I ain't gonna even hold you. I would still lie about that shit. What? You think I'm about to be up here like, yeah, I mean, shit, I mean, we hunching each other cut? Like, no, nigga, that's crazy. That shit is crazy. I'm not doing that. I mean, y'all can do that shit. You can tell everybody in the world we hunching on each other's cousins. You can tell everybody that if you want to. I'm not gonna be the bearer of bad news on that one. Y'all got it. Y'all know I try to spit as much truth as I possibly can. That is one truth I would steer clear of personally. That's that is something pretty wild to just be out here talking. That's a wild ass concept to be out here just pushing. 20% higher? 20% higher? Like, come on now. Come on, y'all. Child SA is wicked. Every community covers up child SA, by the way. Look no further than the Catholic Church. Look no further than the Boy Scouts of America, and that ain't us. That ain't our community. That's our world. Our world covers up rape and child abuse and child. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't black men or black women. That's the globe. That's everywhere, right? But set that aside. Like, let's be real. Let's get back to the facts. Let's really talk about it. That's crazy. Because most kids aren't having kids. Half of teenagers ain't pregnant. A third of them ain't like, let's be so fucking for real. Let's be so fucking for real, y'all. Like, this is it's beyond crazy at this point. It's beyond crazy at this point. The shit, the links that y'all be willing to go to bash black women for whatever, just so you don't have to take accountability for the shit you be doing. So you want to villainize black women. You want to paint them out to be the villains, right? You want to tell everybody on this internet and on this app that black women are the real problem because they picking bad men, right? Just so yo dusty, musty, crusty ass don't never got to do nothing different. Just so you can remain the same terrible, shitty fucking person you are right now. That's what it's about. That's all this is about. That's what all this shit is about. You talking about wigs, weaves, and lashes. This nigga talking about don't have a baby with don't date a woman over 25 that has kids, which most people, hello, have kids. Jesus Christ. What if it's even 35-year-old men shouldn't date women who have kids? Like, most people have kids. And this is the thing. This is the thing. If you can look around and notice that at a certain age, everybody around you got a fucking baby, what do you think that means? Numbnuts. If you 30 black men, if you 35 years old, close your eyes right now. You 35 years old. Close your eyes real fucking tight. Close them motherfuckers real tight. I want you to think of every black man you know personally. Close them real tight. Think of every black man you know personally. How many of them niggas don't got babies? Close them real fucking tight. This is an exercise. Meditate for a second. Take a deep breath through your nose. Breathe out your fucking raggedy ass mouth. And think real hard. I got two. I'm 43. I know two men that don't got babies. It may be more, but it's only two I can think of. I can think of 100 off the top that got kids. I can think of 100 off the top that got kids. I can think of 50 off the top that got more than one baby mama. I know more women without kids, and I know more black women without kids, and I know black men without kids. And I'm not saying this based on the numbers. I'm just telling you my personal experiences. I know more black women without children than I know black men without children. Now that could just be my experience. I ain't gonna hold you. This is not an anecdote. I'm not that guy. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Especially at a certain age, like black women between the ages of like 20 and 30. A lot of black women ain't got no babies. A lot of them. That's why y'all got to stop playing these fucking games. This shit is stupid. You know it's true. What Milli Vanilli say? Girl, you know it's true. Y'all know it's true. You don't know 5 black men that don't got babies at 30 plus years old. Like, you think that's just your group. You know what's funny? And everything else we discuss is always, well, not in my circle, not in my circle, not in my circle. Now all of a sudden, it's well, I mean, the stats say something different. Okay, but what are your eyes telling you? What are your eyes telling you? Are your eyes telling you that most black men at the age of 30 and plus 40 years old don't have babies? Is that what your eyes are telling you? All of my uncles, aunts, cousins, all of them got kids. The only person that's close to 30 that don't got no babies is my niece. My nephew got a baby on the way. All my cousins got kids. All my cousins got kids. All of them. All my aunties got kids. My grandma had 6 babies. My grandmama on the other side had 7 babies. Everybody I fucking know got babies or a baby. Everybody. I know 2 nakers that don't got kids. Oddly enough, one of them is the shortest nigga I know, and one of them is the tallest nigga I know. No lie, I couldn't make that shit up. One of them is the shortest nigga I know, and one of them is the tallest nigga I know. It's hilarious. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to explain that one. I ain't got no explanation for you. It just is what it is. That's how the shit turned out. That's how it turned out. But here y'all go, lying. Oh, black women having babies with all the black men. The black women be having babies. The black women be having all the babies. Who they having babies with? Pookies and Ray Rays? Uh-huh. Okay. Who they having babies with? 8 men, 8, the same 8 niggas. They all having babies with the top 20, with the 20%. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. Here's why all of y'all talking points be all over the goddamn place. So on one hand, you claim that women's expectations are too high. You say black women, their expectations are too high. They expect too much out of black men, like not cheating, having a job. Expectation too high for a black man, right? While simultaneously convincing us that all these black women is having babies with Pookies and Ray Rays. You've been telling us, I've been hearing this shit on this app for damn near 3 years, that all these women want is the top 20% of men. While simultaneously, according to y'all, they having babies with the bottom 20% of men. Excuse me? Oh, okay. I guess logic don't matter no more. Y'all really just say whatever the fuck you want to say when it's convenient. You just saying whatever you want to say when it's convenient. It's the same. I've heard it all before, man. I've heard it all before. That is destructive. That is very, very, very destructive to the community. Very destructive. That's crazy. I don't even like, come on. Come on now. Come on now. Every time? It's the same shit. Every time y'all say the same shit. Every single time. Every single time. Wigs, weaves, lashes. Wigs, weaves, lashes. Look at this fucking idiot. Y'all, can y'all read that one? Read that shit right there. Look at what this is. This motherfucker can barely spell. Look at him. They got the art. Look, none of them are literate. None of these men are literate. Read it. Read it. Read it. None of them are literate. None of them are. I'm not even playing. Read it. Tell me you get a sense of literacy from any of these dudes. All of them are illiterate. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. These are just, dude, I have hundreds of these. I just gave y'all the ones that I found in the last week or so. I don't have a folder with them. That's why it'd be hard for me to find them. I have hundreds of these types of prompts that specifically talk shit about black women. Hundreds of them from black men. Hundreds. Hundreds. It's you. Y'all are the fucking destructive force in the community. It is you. Black men, it's you. It's you. Black women saving us, y'all graping us. They taking care of the babies, they getting the education, they bringing it back to the community, they investing in the community, they building businesses, they buying houses. They're not, by the way, these are the positive things that I'm naming, right? These are, and I can't even say they positive, these are just the things that you should just be doing, right? These are the bare minimum things. But they're also not destroying the community. They're not doing anything. They're not unaliving people. They're not raping the little babies. They're not selling the smugs. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not doing, they're not, it's not them. It's not them. It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us. They're not recruiting little kids to go do violent crimes and shit. They're not doing none of that shit. That's why y'all look at y'all prompts. Look at y'all prompts. Y'all can't say nothing real about these women. You ain't got nothing to say. You talking about wigs, weaves, and lashes. How in the fuck is what a woman wears on her head? What the hell does that have to do with the betterment of the community? I don't care if she's wearing CVS makeup. What does that have to do with us? Unless y'all talking about it causes cancer or some shit. Like, unless you really talking about some like health shit, like, hey man, you know, That makeup, that deodorant, got all that aluminum in it. We gotta like, okay, fine. Let's have a holistic live every fucking 2 months. Fine. We can talk about all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about men blowing that shit. We can talk about alcohol. Let's have a holistic live, right? We can do that. Talk about a holistic health. I'm with that shit. Fine. Fine. But that ain't what y'all be saying. Y'all think this shit is destroying the community. You think a woman in a weave is destroying the community, not a nigga with a pew-pew. Like, what? You think a woman in a weave is more dangerous than a nigga with a pew-pew? You think a woman wearing makeup is more destructive than a man that abandoned his family? Make it make sense. You think a woman having a BBL is taking us to hell. But the nigga that neglected his family for 15 years and said the phone worked both ways, he ain't the motherfucking problem. He not the issue. It's somebody else. It's the system. Why I gotta go get my kids? I've been on these lives for 2 years talking to y'all. Y'all been telling me the most diabolical shit I've ever heard. This nigga yesterday got on the live and said he saw his kids. This man got on the live yesterday and said he saw his kids once a week, once a weekend. I gotta end the live, man. They gave me a warning. I gotta end it. They flagging me. They was flagging me, y'all. They was flagging me. They was flagging me. They didn't like it. The boys was in there reporting. The men was in there reporting. They mad today. No. On TikTok. Yeah, we good on YouTube. Don't worry. YouTube love us. YouTube love me and I love YouTube. TikTok is some haters. Where was I? Where were we? Cause I got time today. Y'all done pissed me off. Nah, this ain't for white men today, Pinhead. You gonna have to take a back seat, brother. We not centering white men today. My fault. My bad. My apologies in advance. This is a community meeting. You're more than welcome to watch. Right, Shivers? I hear that. Yeah, he said on weekends and in the summer. That man said he had 5 babies with 3 different baby mamas and said he got all his kids every weekend. No, you didn't. Stop lying. You got some of them kids, some of them weekends, and you got some of them kids in the summertime. You had 3 different baby mamas. You was not getting all them kids every weekend and in the summer. Stop lying. You got some of those babies some of the time. We're not gonna do that. Y'all not about to sit here and just lie all day, every day. Y'all not about to sit here and just lie to us every day, all day. We we know. We know what it is. We know what it is, man. We know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is. And you know what's crazy about this shit? You know what's crazy about this? I'm not even saying anything that is irreverent or like not, you know what I'm saying? Not verified. Like I'm not playing with you. I promise you I'm not joking at all. I'm not a performative person. I'm not Dr. Umar. I'm not on none of that weird stuff. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with you. I'm just keeping it a bean with you, dude. On some real for real stuff. You talking about the only group of people that give a damn about the community versus the group of people that are, here's what I'm saying. At the very least, black men trying to destroy black women. Which I shouldn't have to say much more than that. But at the very, if you want to say black men ain't trying to destroy the community, which fine. I know something y'all can't convince me of. I know something you cannot convince me of. You can't convince me that black men aren't actively trying to destroy BWs. I got to be careful because I don't want to get flagged again. I think that might be it. BMs actively destroying BWs, trying to. I don't know how many monkey wrenches we got, but we keep throwing them motherfuckers into the machine, hoping it break. We throwing all the monkey wrenches we can find into these, to stifle black women and to oppress black children. Every time they got a plan, every time they get us find a way out. Y'all, man, we in the cave lost. We in the catacombs lost. We trying to get out. Black women go, there's light. And since the black man ain't the one that spotted the light, you know what this dude gonna do? First he gonna argue, try to gaslight you and say ain't no light there. Then when everybody go, I can see the light, it's right there. Let's just walk towards the light. Nah. That's not the light. You tripping. That's not the light. You tripping. So, last ditch effort, what he gonna do? He gonna hit the TNT, blow it up, so ain't no more light. And then he gonna be standing there scratching his head, acting like, oh dang. I guess it. See, I said it wasn't. Remember I said it wasn't no lighter. I guess we got to keep looking until he discover it. Oh yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, you muted. Whatever your name is, Maurizio. Yeah, you gone. You ain't got nothing to say. Talking about we mostly voted for a black woman. So what? It should have been 100%. You think, see, y'all look at them numbers back. Y'all look at them voter numbers and you think you should be proud of those numbers. I don't. I look at that and I go, 1 out of 5 black men voted for Trump? Oh, wow. That's crazy. I did the same thing when 10% vote, when 10% of black men voted for Trump. I was like, 1 out of 10 of y'all voted for Trump? 1 out of 10? Like, wow, that's crazy. Now it's 1 out of 5 because it doubled. It's like 21%. What? 1 out of 5 voted for Trump? Yeah, y'all tripping. Thank you, 3. Y'all tripping. You thought you ate, huh? We voted for a black woman. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Let's tell the truth of what black men voted for. The same reason white women voted for Trump is the same reason black men voted for Kamala. It's the same logic, right? Same logic. I don't think either one of them liked the people necessarily, but what they wanted to protect was the white women wanted to protect their race, and black men were voting based on racial lines. It was all about race. It had nothing to do with, y'all didn't like Kamala. Y'all went in there and held y'all noses and voted for Kamala too. Don't play with us. I think only about 20% of black men actually was excited to vote for Kamala. If I had to guess, I don't know the exact. I ain't did no polls on it or nothing. I'm just from what I was listening to, what I was seeing. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm just really being honest, I think like about 25% of black men was like, nah, we need this. It's good. I like her. The rest of y'all was, I can't vote for Trump, which is fine. I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. But please stop acting like once you get out of the booth, though, you don't get to wear that as a badge of honor. That's what I'm saying. In these spaces, that don't mean nothing to me. In these spaces, I don't care. Oh, I voted for Trump. Fine, you voted for Trump. Fine. Cool. You want a cookie? You want a badge? Then y'all get them little I voted stickers. That's all you get. I don't give a fuck. You ain't do me no favors. We ain't even in the same fucking tax bracket. Nigga, I don't. you ain't help me. That be wanting a cookie. So y'all be wanting a cookie so motherfucking bad. I'm gonna start calling y'all the cookie monsters. Y'all want a cookie so bad. Y'all love cookies. Y'all love cookies like Winnie the Pooh love honey. Y'all love a cookie. You can't wait to get a cookie. We voted for Kamala. So what? You still a prick. You still don't care nothing about black women. So what? You don't care nothing about black babies. So what? You don't care about the black LGBTQIA member. You don't give a fuck about the black community. You don't care. You don't care. But here go a cookie. Shut up. You got it. Here, huh? You hangry, huh? Go sit in the corner. Don't it so cookie monster like that? But I'm here. The lines is open. The lines is open. Invite your favorite content creator. Tell them to come in here. All of them. Y'all get your boy. That's your boy Blue. That's whack number 9. I don't even know this dude. I've never been in none of these. I've never been in this dude live. It's the same dude. Y'all see their name. Invite him in here. Tell them we talking about him. Tell them we talking about him. It's a conversation. Blue Heart is the worst. That big dummy. Cause I don't be hiding. I don't be hiding. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't got nothing to hide. Y'all be forcing my hand. I don't even be wanting to talk about us like this. I be liking to just talk about it in general. But then I come on y'all lives and y'all don't let me live. I can't let this shit slide. I can't let this shit slide. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, dude. I didn't even look, man. I didn't put 2 of them up there specifically because they were so triggering. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it. I ain't gonna even do it. But one of them was about what's her name? Latanya Williams, talking about she to blame for them babies unaliving. Like, what? You talking what? You talking about the woman that was unhoused living in her van that asked the daddy to come pick them babies up, and that nigga said, I gotta go to the gym? Yeah, y'all gonna make me mad. Y'all said that man said, that man told that woman, I didn't know you was homeless. I didn't know why you wanted me to pick up them kids. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Pan being racist, oh, that'll get you blocked. Let me see. You think all white people are racist, so why can't white people join the live? I don't know what he's saying. I ain't got no time to go through that. Oh yeah, Moses is trash too. They all trash, all of them. Dangerous, destructive dummies. Dangerous, destructive dummies. Triple D's, not triple B's. That's y'all. The same D's y'all got in school. DDD. Start calling y'all DD. We're gonna start calling you. Nah, that's my auntie name. I ain't gonna do that. I love that woman. Where is Whack Guru? Where Whack Jesus? Where y'all at? Y'all was in there yapping after I dropped. I heard y'all joined the live and y'all was yapping, talking about public is actually wrong. I wasn't wrong, dummy. I wasn't wrong. The stats weren't wrong. The stats say most black men between the ages of 40 and 49 end up having babies. Most black men between the 80% of black men between the ages of 40 and 49 have babies. 80 fucking percent. You think it just go from 46% to 80%? Then I said, look, then I said, I said most, I said most, I asked him, I said, do most black men live to the age of 40? Let's do the math, y'all. This is how easy the math is. 40% of black men have babies. 40%, I'm sorry, 81% of black men by the age of 40 have babies. Cool. We all following that, right? What percentage of black men live to 40? Over 80%. So the vast majority of black men, live to at least 40 years old. That the average life expectancy of a black man in this country, I believe, is 67 years old. 67 years old, which is 24 years. You know, I got, according to that, I got 24 years to live. So I'm gonna make it count. Right? I got 24 years to live. I'm gonna make it count. But 67 years old is the average life expectancy of a black man. Okay. 67, just so you know. They talking about humanity gonna live until we 100 within our lifetime. Like that's gonna be the average life is like 100 years. Black men going backwards. We live until we 67. Neither here nor there. I just wanted to point that out. I think that that's crazy. I think that that's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Y'all know what it is, though. If the majority of black men live to the age of 40, then that means the majority of black men have kids. It's not that fucking hard. Alarming. And they said it was alarming. Are you getting that test? Yeah, I'm getting that test too. At 50 though, I got 7 years left. I'm about to be in motherfucker like bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna get on my little cycle, my little test cycle. Per my doctor. I mean, this bitch like Popeye. When he squeezed that can of spinach, be like, beat the hell out of Brutus. I can't wait. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. I'm gonna be on that thing. Just like Popeye, nigga. Give me my spinach. I don't eat spinach out the can, though, baby. That shit allergic. Hey, I'm allergic to spinach out the can, I think. Yeah. I still eat struggle meals every now and again. Nah, I ain't gonna work out, nigga. I ain't trying to get buff. Spinach is fire. Out the can is not. Spinach is one of the best tasting things on the planet. Out the can is not. It's disgusting. Fresh spinach, olive oil, low heat, little bit of garlic, some salt, pepper, Montebello, tutti frutti. Out the can, I will slap you. You try to feed me spinach out the can, I will literally come in the kitchen and fight you and your mama for being disrespectful. Don't play with me like that. That shit crazy. That's crazy. You never tried canned spinach? Don't. Nah, you can fuck with canned corn. I'd had some soup, canned potatoes and steak soup the other day. It was decent. Shit low key smelled like dog food. I ain't gonna hold you, but it was all right. Canned spinach? Yeah, nah, you gotta go. You gotta get taken off the earth. You gotta go to sleep for good. You give me canned spinach, you gotta go to sleep for good. I will fire your ass up. Of course I had beanies weenies. What the fuck? Nigga, name us if you name a struggle meal, I've eaten it. And not just one time. Name the meal, I've eaten it. Yep. A struggle meal, I've eaten it. Mm-hmm. Serve sandwiches, eating them. Yep. Bread and cream corn. I don't know if that's a struggle meal, but I've eaten cream corn and I've eaten it with bread. I don't know, but not like a sandwich and nothing like that. Hamburger helper. Is hamburger helper a struggle meal or is that just a meal? Shan was rich growing up. Y'all got to remember. I don't know. I don't think hamburger helper is a struggle meal. Okay. I didn't know that shit. I thought hamburger helper was just a meal. That shit just a meal. A ketchup sandwich. See, that's a struggle meal. Yeah. A sugar sandwich, struggle meal. I've eaten anchovies on saltine crackers. Yep. Mm-hmm. Many times. Many times. Mm-hmm. I didn't know about that. I didn't know. I just learned something new today. Serb sandwiches is good. I eat a Serb sandwich now, though. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tripping. Ramen noodles is definitely a struggle meal that I will eat right now. I will eat a pack of ramen noodles right now. Any flavor, I don't care. They all taste the same to me. I'll eat it right now. Yep. Yep. Y'all niggas wasn't eating. We was eating Martian soup, beanies and weenies. Shit, man. We was eating. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's a hot take, and I'm gonna get back to the point. Spaghetti is struggle meal. Spaghetti lightweight is struggle meal. I ain't gonna hold you. It's bomb. Hey, it's bomb. It's bomb. I ain't say, hey, I'm telling you, not all spaghetti the same. Not all spaghetti's the same, y'all. Y'all gotta hear me out. Spaghetti is a struggle meal. Spaghetti is, first of all, you eat it for 2 weeks. One pot is 2 weeks. I'm telling you. Nah, gumbo can't be a struggle meal because gumbo got crab in it. Some gumbo, it depends on what you put in your gumbo. Like, that's what I'm saying about, I've had gumbo with like crab in it, with shrimp and all time. Like, that's crazy. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? Look, what I'm saying, yeah, gumbo expensive. I'm telling you though, spaghetti, think about spaghetti. Noodles, spaghetti sauce, ground beef. Y'all telling me that's not a struggle meal? Why? Because you got to put it in a pot. What? That is a struggle meal. Noodles, tomato sauce paste, noodles, fry a pound of ground beef. Not good, and not the good kind. Not now. If you make better spaghetti now, you buying the organic noodles and fucking fire ground beef, and you got fucking sausages in it and shit. Aruhin, whatever the fuck them. You got that type of shit in there. You putting you dropping the fresh bay leaves and this. You doing okay, cool. Then it ain't a struggle meal no more. But when you get them motherfucking Springfield brand spaghetti noodle packs, goddamn canned tomato paste and ground beef in that little circular that look like a tube, look like a suppository. When you get that motherfucker and you, that's a struggle meal. Yeah, that's a struggle meal. That's a struggle meal. Y'all tripping. That meal, look, they said Jesus fed them people with 2 fish and 5 loaves. I think that was a cap. I think he sold them. I think he fed them people with a pot of spaghetti. It's $20. $20? You said that meal cost $20? You was lying. You crazy. Not even today. With the price of food today, there's a pot of spaghetti costs $20 to make. Now lasagna got cheese in it. Cheese is nope. Lasagna is different. See? Lasagna is different. Lasagna also you have to put You got to put ricotta cheese in there. You got to put 2 or 3 different cheeses in there. Not a struggle meal. Spaghetti don't got cheese in it. What are y'all talking about? Spaghetti don't got cheese in it. You can put spaghetti in. You can put cheese in spaghetti. Spaghetti don't. The recipe does not call for cheese. The recipe calls for Springfield brand noodles, a $8 pack of ground beef, and tomato paste. And you can eat that for upwards of 14 consecutive business days. That is a goddamn struggle meal. That's a goddamn struggle meal. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all, you tripping. Hey, look, man, if it costs 20, it's gonna feed a whole village. On $20, that's a struggle meal. You can feed a whole village. You can feed your whole goddamn church with a pot of spaghetti. You can either feed a church, like after church, or you can feed a family of 4 for 14 business days. You make the choice. You choose. Because I remember eating spaghetti. Look, my mama made spaghetti on Monday. We ate it for Monday dinner. We ate it for Tuesday dinner. We ate it for Wednesday dinner. Thursday, I was making spaghetti sandwiches. So I was fry up the spaghetti, and then I toast 2 pieces of bread. Then I slap an American piece of cheese on top, and I cut that motherfucker. I would half it, and I would eat it. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw a little razzle dazzle on it, right? Oh, y'all wasn't doing this? Oh, okay. Y'all wasn't doing this, huh? Okay. All right. My fault. I thought we was all poor at some point. My bad. My fault. My fault. My bad. I'll stop telling y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all about these stories. Yeah, we get it. We Shan said she would have ran away. We used to do it with the Texas. What's that bread? The Texas bread? What's the Texas bread? The if we was lucky, we'd get that Texas bread, and you would bake it, you throw it in the oven. Texas toast. Oh. Hey, what Weezy say? Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. That shit used to be so fucking fire. 2 pieces of Texas toast, nigga. You niggas is tripping. Y'all tripping. That shit used to slap. That used to slap. And that would slap from Monday. We would hit it on the 14th. No, mom's look. Because it would be towards the end. We wouldn't eat spaghetti first. Spaghetti would be towards the end of the paycheck period, the pay period. So we'd start eating spaghetti on she got paid on the 1st. We was eating steak and lobster. We was eating steak and shrimp from the 1st to the 3rd. Then from the 4th to the 8th, we was eating we'd be eating fried chicken, mashed potatoes, shit like that. After around about the 10th, the money got funny. So that's around the time the struggle meals really, you had to get creative. We would eat some Martian soup, which is just beanie weenies, and ground beef in there. A lot of ground beef. That's when the ground beef will come out. The ground beef will come out around the 10th, 11th. The ground beef will come out around the 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere around there. Then we Martian soup. Why y'all saying this sad? Y'all tripping. Y'all just really, hey man, you know what? I think everybody needs to grow up poor. I think everybody needs to grow up poor. That's what I'm saying. I think we all need to grow up poor, but have health care. You know what I'm saying? All grow up poor. Y'all need a wife swap. We all need a wife swap with kids and shit. You get a week. Cause my baby don't know shit about that shit. My kids don't know what this shit is about. Being poor, them niggas. My baby be talking about paying taxes and shit. This nigga This little nigga was talking to me about my taxes like 2-3 days ago. I swear to God, y'all, I'm not playing. Talking about how much money we getting back on the taxes. He 9. This nigga talking about taxes. I was like, I looked at that little nigga like, you talking about taxes, bro? He was like, yeah, Dad, we only have to pay 11,000. I was like, who the fuck is we? I started looking around like, who this nigga talking? Who the fuck is we? He said, Dad, we only got to pay we only have to pay 11,000. He broke the news to me. I looked at my wife. I was like, 11,000. He was like, yeah. I was like, whew. Thank God. I saved for 30. I was thinking I was going to pay about 30, 40. They said 11. I said, let's go. This nigga broke the news to me. Talking about we only got to pay 11,000. I said, we? Who the fuck is we, nigga? We ain't got to pay shit. Matter of fact, I got to pay. That shit coming straight from me. That's straight out of my pocket. But I was hyped, though. I was hyped. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that little boy was doing. But all I know is that's what happened. That's how I found out how much we was paying in taxes this year. Nigga said 11,000. I said 11,000. Now the thing I looked at him like, how the fuck you know? Oh, he was right. No, he was 100%. He wasn't playing at all. He was 100% right. He was hyped. He was hyped. He was like, Dad. Hey, man, these kids nowadays, them niggas don't know nothing about that. I said 11. Oh my God, Lord, yes. Mm-hmm. Tell him I need my taxes done. You better get on TurboTax. He added his email to the notification. That boy, he want him to be your tax proprietor. He good. Why you gonna report the lie? What I do? They holding up taxes this year? Well, I'll withhold my taxes too from them niggas so they give y'all taxes. Let's do that. I tell them same time, let my peoples go. Y'all got to give my peoples their taxes. We in this shit together. Oh, meatloaf, yeah. Meatloaf is delicious. Meatloaf is delicious. Meatloaf is delicious. Meatloaf is delicious. Also a struggle meal, but delicious. Meatloaf also a struggle meal, but delicious. Anytime you got to add bread to the meat, that's a struggle meal. You trying to stretch it. Y'all don't know. Are y'all serious? Do y'all not understand how the shit work? If you got to add bread to the meat, that's to stretch the meat, nigga. That's a fucking struggle meal. You add bread, you add an egg to it. The fuck you doing? That's a struggle meal. Main ingredients, you got to add breadcrumbs, you got to add an egg, and you got to add meat. Them the 3 main ingredients. You can put whatever spices you want there, whatever. And tomato paste. It's spaghetti without the noodles. It's the spaghetti noodle is replaced by breadcrumbs. You add an egg, you add breadcrumbs, and you add meat, and you add tomato paste. That's it. That's it. Come on now. Come on now. Oh no, I know.
Let me tell you what my struggle meals were. That definitely one of them. Okay. Meatloaf, disgusting. Why would you want to eat a loaf of meat?
Because it's good. You don't like hamburgers?
That's my massager, by the way, my back massager. But anyway.
Wait, you don't like wait. You don't like burgers?
Burgers?
Yeah.
I mean barely, but yeah.
That's what the meatloaf is a burger. Same shit, same concept. More flavor. Burgers and meatloafs is this. Burgers and meatloafs is this. One's fried, one's baked. It's the same shit.
Disagree. Different flavors, different.
But you talked about it being a loaf of meat. I'm saying it's the same thing. What the fuck is the difference between a hamburger patty and thinly sliced piece of meatloaf. It's the same shit.
Well, if you take my meatloaf and you remove the bell pepper and the onion and the breadcrumbs and you put some cheese and lettuce and tomato on it, I'll eat it.
Oh, okay. So you don't like the vegetables. That. Okay, you a child. Okay. I just checking. You a kid.
First of all, I like plenty of vegetables, but I don't like a loaf of meat with onions and bell peppers and whatever the hell else.
Kid.
Just
like my kid, like my babies. I got you.
Fine. Yep. Fine. Mm-hmm. They seem like smart people to me. How
was that smart not to like bell peppers and onions?
I like bell peppers. I don't like onions. Well, and I only like the red and yellow bell peppers. I don't like the green ones.
You don't like no onion? White onions, yellow onions, red. You don't like no onion?
No onion. I might eat a scallion if I have to. I might fuck with a green onion if I must. But the other struggle meals were when my mama made that chicken and rice.
And what
I else? Just felt like, I don't know.
And what else? What kind of chicken?
Any kind. Just chicken mixed in with the rice, like cooked together.
Like a stir fry?
No, not a stir fry. Like, it was like boiled.
Ugh. Boiled chicken in rice?
Yes.
Was the chicken already prepared?
I don't really know how you cook it. I don't know. I just know it was cooked in the same pan together. I don't know how to describe it. And it was either that or chicken. It was like the same thing, but with noodles, like egg noodles. Instead of the rice, it was egg noodles. So it was like chicken and rice or chicken and noodles. Hated both of them. That was it. Those were my 3 struggle meals. Meatloaf, chicken and rice, chicken and noodles. Every time she made that, I was just like, what are we going through right now? Like, what?
She was tired.
Those were her lazy meals.
Yeah,
when
she
didn't
want
to cook nothing else, that's what it was.
I can't call Cap. Shan. The chicken and rice was not boiled together. You boil the chicken down after seasoning the chicken with your onion, bell pepper, seasonings, all that. You let the chicken break off the bone, so you can use.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But she was describing it like you just threw chicken in there and boiled it with rice. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know how to make it.
That sounds terrible. I would never.
I wasn't describing the recipe. I don't know.
I'd have went to sleep hungrier than a hostage. If you told me to eat some goddamn boiled chicken, like what the fuck?
Listen, my chicken and rice so good, they literally eat it and be like, baby, you ain't got to add nothing.
Yeah, chicken and rice is fire. That shit. Hey, wait, that's a struggle meal? Chicken and rice is a struggle meal?
I think it's a struggle meal. I mean, if you only got legs to use, or if you don't got no thigh, but that make it more flavorful to me.
I like legs and thighs though. Them the best.
I like chicken by itself and rice. You know what I mean? Like if
you eat chicken breast, huh? Only.
You know, something like that, and then you make some rice on the side. Cool. But when you put hot,
you eat chicken breast only, Shan, or you eat legs and thighs too?
I don't like legs. I'll eat a chicken thigh. I like chicken thighs.
This just when you be thinking these people your friends.
So you just don't like flavor. You don't like you allergic to flavor.
What does chicken legs got to do with flavor?
That's where all the fat at. Wherever the fat at, that's where the flavor at. The fat in like what we?
Yeah, I like chicken thighs and chicken wings.
This one part of the chicken I was happy that the slave masters was giving us wasn't the breast. Like they could add the breast because the breast be dry. Don't got no. It's all muscle. I don't want to eat all muscle. I want to eat the fatty part.
Chicken breast. Just don't overcook it.
You know how to enhance your breast public?
What?
You know how to
enhance my breast?
To give them flavor. Okay, so this is what I do with mine. Season them regular, but then I add some of the ranch powder seasoning, like just a pack, like the packet.
Yeah.
And I put the chicken in there, and then I cook it down in the crock pot. When I tell you that was the juice,
I bet you that shit tastes delicious. But the thing is I want to keep my blood pressure low. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep my blood pressure like above that type of shit. What you describing give me a headache. There's like a level of like I can go here with it. You just described headache levels of salt and sodium.
No, that is not headache levels of salt. If you use adobo, you use Sazon. You use your regular seasoning. See, I'm using garlic powder, onion powder, so I'm not adding no salt. And then I got a mixed seasoning that my cousin made that I season my chicken with, that I season my meat with. I don't know what the fuck she got in it, but I don't be having no problems with my blood pressure field on either.
Your blood, hey, it must be hereditary then, because I be trying to keep my shit. You know what I mean? It's a level. Sazon fire. I fuck with that heavily. Yeah, I know about all the spices. Yeah, I fuck with all the spices and seasonings. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'm a seasoned vet.
in my past life, I feel like I was Hispanic. Like in my past life, because I love all things like Mexican seasoning. I be on their side. Like I get their stuff. I was Caribbean.
I eat all that shit. Caribbean, Mexican, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think I came off one of them ships. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll tell you something I don't eat though. I'll tell you what's a struggle seasoning. Lowry seasoning salt. That shit tastes like MSG. That shit nasty as fuck. I had that shit. I didn't eat it for like 25 years. And then one time I was in my mama's house and we didn't have she didn't have no more salt. And I sprinkled some of that shit on there, fucked up the whole meal. I was like, ugh. We used to eat this shit regularly. Get this shit. I was mad as fuck after that.
You only season that on naked fries. Like if you do steak fries, you only use that there. You don't put that nowhere else, or even in the crab pot, but not nowhere else.
That shit on there. I sprinkled it on there because I was like, oh shit, I ain't seen Lars. I got excited. I was like, damn, I ain't seen Lars in a long time. Childhood, nigga. Sprinkled it on there. I talking to my mama. It was on like some rice and chicken and shit. I took a bite like, I was like, is this shit? I had to go back, check the expiration date. I was like, man, that shit new. That shit was nasty. Then I started thinking, I was like, what spices is even in here? Like, what is even in? That shit nasty. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm keeping it. Now I actually could cook. I don't know about keeping it.
Tony's Chachere's seasoning.
That's
the new Lawry's.
I went to school for it and I worked in the kitchen. I ain't know. I'm not I know how to cook. Osa said $2 on Shan for not liking food. Just at all.
Not liking food is crazy.
Tanita said meatloaf is fine country dining. Which it is.
It's all this country.
No, Edit said, y'all better pay some homage to Hamburger Helper. We already did. She mentioned Hamburger Helper. It ain't a struggle meal though in my book. But I guess it is. That shit was a blessing. Maybe that's why, because when we ate Hamburger Helper, I felt like it was a blessing. But it probably isn't. It probably is a struggle meal. I was like, what?
Out of all the struggle meals, you said spaghetti is a struggle meal, but not Hamburger Helper?
Just because we was excited when we ate Hamburger Helper. I think it, you know what I'm saying? I think it actually is. It's Hamburger Helper. They call it to stretch it. That's why it's a helper. It's to stretch the meal. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, pork
it comes in a box.
Yeah. I used to eat what's that rice called? Rice-A-Roni. I used to eat Rice-A-Roni until I got older and I found Zatarans. And I was like, oh shit. Nigga accidentally found a box of Zatarans one time in my teenage years. I was like, what is we doing? Rice-A-Roni? That's for white people. I said, absolutely not. No more. I kicked that shit about my cover so fast. I was on all Zatarans.
Rice-A-Roni is that rice that look like noodles, huh?
I don't like that. I ain't never liked that.
Zatarans?
No, Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah, Rice-A-Roni is like long grain rice. Silver said spaghetti is not a meal, it's a side dish. Y'all rich, right? Oh, I gotta let my peoples in. Teddy bear.
I used to be childish like you. I ain't like onions. And then
Stop calling me childish because I don't like onions.
Wait, because I would literally cook my food with onions and bell peppers and then pick them out. Like I was that person. Like, yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pick nothing out. I'm just not. Y'all better get y'all some onion powder.
Nah, we.
But now I eat them no problem. You really just don't even taste them.
No, you do. I hate when y'all say that.
I do taste them. I like the taste. Sean said -2 for not too much on Shan.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. They don't do too much.
Spaghetti is not a meal, it's a side meal. It's crazy. So what is we doing? I gotta end the live. I'm about to end the live shit. I got shit to do. We ain't about to, you know what I'm saying? We've been talking about that.
You already know they ain't never gonna come in here and address nothing. They just
I be wondering. I be giving them
from the hallway.
Is this like a compilation of live screenshots you taking?
Oh yeah, all of these. These are all from different.
You can really only see like one of them.
Which one can you not see?
Okay, there we go. I can see them better now.
Yeah, these are all black men making all these problematic lives, talking about they bringing together the black community. All they be talking about is black women weaves and talking about single baby mamas and shit, like same stupid ass shit. Y'all not bringing it. I ain't never seen y'all. I've never seen any of you dusty, musty, crusty niggas ever have a prompt that ever was like actually addressing something in the black community that like we need to shed light on. Not a goddamn never. I done scroll through. At this point, I feel it gotta be thousands. I'll be deep in the lives. Y'all be wondering how the fuck did public end up here? Because y'all stop scrolling after like 13 swipes. I'll be on swipe 68 every day. I'm deep down in the motherfuckers. I keep going till my finger get tired, right? I done seen all y'all niggas lives, man, and y'all be up in there saying the same stupid shit, same toxic ass shit. Ain't told one truth. Just lies on top of lies. Talking about weaves. No truth. Wigs, weaves, and lashes. Wigs, weaves, lashes.
It was the confusion of how statistics work for me. So does this statistic follow the age of the man if he has kids later on in life? No, like it's that particular day and time based on the current information. Like
it was a snapshot.
Oh my God.
It was a snapshot.
That's what I'm saying. Like but then that's what Pub, I keep telling you, this is deeper. This is deeper than wigs, weaves, and lashes. This is about literacy or lack thereof. These people do not be knowing. I'm telling you, man. They don't be knowing how to read.
They don't. Also the other thing about paternity is the men don't be knowing they have babies a lot of times. They don't be claiming they got babies. So if you ask a man, does he have a child? There's a good chance he's gonna say no.
Exactly. And that accounts for the variance, some of the variance between the amount of women that have kids at whatever given age and the amount of men. Even when you look at, because I think the biggest gap is that 15 to 29 age range. And when you look at teen pregnancy, which I bring this stat up all the time because people just conveniently act like they want to scoop past it. When you look up teen pregnancy, 30% of those pregnancies are fathered by men that are, I think, 29 and older or something.
Older than 25 and older. Yep.
So in 30% of teen pregnancies, the pregnancy was fathered by somebody over the age of 25.
Yep.
You think they claiming them babies?
Nope.
Now the mothers are telling, like, and they get these stats because the mothers are giving this information up. But do you think the 27, 28-year-old father is claiming the baby with his 14-year-old girlfriend?
Nope.
Not girlfriend, but you know what I mean. Like, no. So yeah, the biggest variance is in the group where a man is least likely to claim the baby because the child is underage. The girl that he had the baby with is underage.
Yeah.
And literally, single and head of household is a tax, like a tax designation. Like, so this idea that number one, all these women just run around being single mothers for the most part, they're putting that on their information because they're not filing taxes with nobody. Like, they're not, and they want to claim their own. They want to claim their own kids. In my case, I'm gonna claim my own baby. I'm not gonna let nobody else claim my baby that I'm taking care of all year. Like, for real, no.
Yeah, they don't. They be up in there just can't read stats, don't have no logic, barely, you know what I'm saying? Barely can spell. Go ahead.
The mental gymnastics of it all to like try to make their to try to make it make sense when it just doesn't make sense. Like, you will go as far as to say most black men don't live to see the age of 40.
Like, that was some crazy shit. I was like
you're trying to negate the fact that 80% of black men have kids by the age of 40 by saying most of us don't even see 40. So you're saying black men's life expectancy is 39 and nobody is talking about it?
I wouldn't expect black men to talk about it. That's the funny thing. But somebody will be talking because it's 67 and we're not talking about it. That's low as fuck. 67
39 would be insane.
But 39 is wild though. Like, that shit is like back. 39 is like the age that people was living to, like Lucy, the bones, the skeletal bones they found, like the first, like that's like the average age of like that group of people. Like, what the fuck? 60s, but 67 is spooky. We need to be talking about that. 67 is young. That's young.
People really believe y'all not making it to 40, so 80% of y'all ain't gonna never have no kid because you're not even making it to 40.
And then they gonna blame black women somehow, be like, it's because black women is unaliving us. They setting this up. It's all these black women. They setting this up.
Only if only. Like, SAW said it's because we unaliving the babies. So many babies a year. The black community, black women in particular, are unaliving so many babies per year. So we are personally destroying the BLK race.
I wish they would unalive some more.
Oh yeah, every time I say anything about the birth rate declining for women across the board, but specifically black women, somebody brings up, oh, because y'all are AB in them all, like y'all are, having so many smortions. That's why. Like, there's always some like nefarious reason for why black women are choosing to have less children, but black men, it's like, oh no, they're just very disciplined and they just don't. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, they would never say, oh, well, we don't have a full number because there's so many men that don't claim their kids or they're having them with teenagers. Like, they would never go through that. They would just be like, no, black women are just way more promiscuous and they have babies with 10 men. Whereas the minute you say, well, oh, actually, black women are having way less kids too. No, it's because you're unaliving them. It's like, okay, all right, you're right.
But both of those things would be connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of those things would be connected. Like, because black women are the only, I mean, women have babies, men don't have babies, right? So if women are getting some smortions, then that means that it's actually also lowering the number for the irresponsible black men who are impregnating women, but then the woman is like, not with you.
Right.
It's the same shit. So what the fuck is y'all talking about? What the hell is y'all talking about, man? You can't escape it. You're dumb. You're a dummy.
Exactly. Like,
you're
black
a
women
dummy.
are just waking up like, I don't think I want to get pregnant. I don't think I want to have this baby over and over and over and over. Like, come on. Who's doing that?
But did y'all see where they clipped up this one video of this group of girls looked like they were in their like early 20s and they were saying how many abortions they've had. And the one girl said she had 2 this year. Somebody was like, but it's only February. And then somebody else said that they had 8 total in their life. You should have seen the amount of overly grown men in the comments talking about, see, this the average black woman. It's the average.
Average?
What? The average black woman has been pregnant 8 times and had 8.
Y'all fertile. We gonna start calling y'all fertile myrtle. Y'all fertile as fuck. 8 times? Y'all fertile as shit. when fertility is going down worldwide, somehow black women, y'all just crazy.
But the even funnier thing about that is the average woman doesn't even have 8 partners in her lifetime. On average.
Well, they would say that's the average woman. Black women, according to them, probably y'all got 15, but the white woman got 3. So that's how
okay.
y'all.
Yeah, you're right.
So we got to take black women
pregnant by 8 of them. Yeah, and we snorted all 8 of those babies.
Yeah.
God, and you carry the one.
That's what they're gonna say. 100%. That would be the logic. I would, without a doubt, that would be the logic. They would be like, well white women, because they're angels. So, 3. I can see them having 2 or 3 because they get married right out of high school. Oh, okay. But black women, you black B words.
Y'all. Like the level of like villain that they create out of black women is so insane. When it's like, I've never seen a bigger group of like victimized villains. Like, you are the problem. You are the villain in this story, but you're so busy trying to make yourself the victim that you can't see how much of the villain you are. Like, it's really like the way that they just go out of their way to victimize themselves and villainize everybody else, including black women.
Oh, we be victimizing ourselves.
I see your BLK baby mama, and I'll raise you a YT baby mama who has 4 different baby daddies and is currently married, because people was telling her like, oh, nobody's gonna want a single mom. She's like, oh, well, somebody did 4 times, and then the last one is my husband, and I was screaming, but the comments weren't eating her up though.
Oh, they weren't.
The comments weren't eating her up.
Yeah, they'll believe anytime they can show a clip or get a black woman to come on a podcast and say the craziest shit about herself and say, I've had 8 misfortunes and I'm 21. That's true. That's true for the average, blah, blah, blah. But anything contrary to that, it's a lie. Yep. Why we believe that? It's like, okay, yeah, of course, if you want to believe the most horrible things about a group of people, you're going to not even create those horrible stories for yourself to believe. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all talked about this script before you turned the podcast on, and she told you what her rate was. And you, after she said that shit, you really going off and acting like it's the most true thing you ever heard, and you glad somebody finally said it.
Sickening. What up, Jones?
What's up, bro?
Chilling.
Man, this morning was something, let me tell you.
Oh, you was in there this morning?
No.
You was in the projects with us, man?
Oh, I listen, I couldn't stay there very long. That's more than I can take.
We was in the PJs early in the morning.
That's more than I can deal with. Plus, I was at the dealership dropping I was at the BMW dealership dropping my car off, and I couldn't play that too loud inside the dealership. They had to kick me out.
Nah, you can't do that anymore. Like, what the fuck is that? Well, why were you up? I wake up at 5 o'clock every day.
Yeah, so do I. 5 a.m. Even if it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I wake up at the same time every morning.
Yeah, I'm a 5 o'clock riser. Yep.
Y'all disciplined, because I could never.
I don't even need an alarm clock.
I haven't set an alarm clock in years. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'll be up. I'm fine.
My baby wakes me up every 3 hours. So
I wake up between 4:45 and 5 every single morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll be up. I'll be ready. I wake up. I'll be up, but I don't do nothing. I just be up.
Oh no, I do. I go in the office and immediately start working on shit.
No, I get up. Then my babies, they get up about an hour.
I make breakfast. I make breakfast sometimes for the kids, but I pack lunch. I pack lunch for the youngest because the school they go to don't have lunch, and then I make coffee for no rads, and then I go in the office.
That's good. Yeah, I don't gotta get active until like 6:30. Then so I got like a good hour and a half. So I just start doing all my shit for the day, like I'm gonna do on TikTok, get all my like prompts and whatever the fuck, and then I just be chilling. Then I find weird lives to peruse and go into and start shit.
Yeah. But so what I was gonna tell you, man, is I was on my live earlier today, and a white woman comes onto the panel, and I'm not saying anything bad about them specifically. Yeah. I'm just giving you the details of what happened. Yeah, I'm just giving adds to the context. They come up there and they start talking about like how everybody's scared and what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we combat this? And we got to think of ways, and kept saying we got to do this and we got to do that, and I feel like this and I feel like that, and it just, I don't know, it kind of enraged me, bro. And she's like, we don't have any more Martin Luther Kings and blah blah blah, and it just, and that made me even more angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is what you guys have historically done forever. You allow shit to get fucked up, and then you look to black people who are at the bottom of the fuck up,
mm-hmm.
right? Like, who are getting stomped on the worst, and like, how do we fix this? Labor rights came from black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the weekends off and maternity leave and
immigration rights
and unions. And yeah, exactly. Just the right to combat your employer in the first place
mm-hmm.
came from black people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many more martyrs can we give y'all?
All of the shit.
How many more martyrs can we give y'all?
All of us.
How many more? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, this shit is nuts. This shit is nuts. Like, when black women said after this election that they was throwing their hands up, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, suffrage movement.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Got nothing but thoughts and chairs. Okay, thoughts and chairs. I really see people melting down in real time, and they're like, "We're the black people, and we stand with you guys."
I ain't gonna even hold you. I think that the Latinos doing that shit pissed me off the most. Like,
the suffrage movement didn't happen without black women. No fault divorce doesn't happen without black women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
Abortion rights doesn't happen. Like, none of these things. I don't care how many pink vagina hats you wear. I don't care how many blue, you know what I'm saying, wristbands you put on. I don't care how many times you write ally in your fucking, you know what I'm saying, bio and shit. Like, none of that means anything to me. That's not saving not a single one of our lives. It's not putting food on none of our tables.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't giving us access to no more resources. Y'all had years and years and years and years and years and years to do the right thing, and you chose not to. This is what you deserve. Don't
mm-hmm.
look to me and ask me, what do we do now? Clean up your own fucking house.
Yeah, they don't know we been poor. So being poor for us is what that. They don't know nothing. That's what I said. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, these niggas, hey, they can take all this shit away. It'll feel like my childhood. Like, I've been there. I know exactly what that shit feels like. I know the smell. I know the smells.
I can feed the whole household for a week on $20.
$20. I know the smells. I know the sounds. I know all of that shit. I know exactly what to expect. Y'all don't know what to expect though. I'm telling you, I know how to not have health insurance. I know. I just talked about that shit today. I barely went to the doctor when I was a kid. Yearly checkups?
Yeah, like my parents didn't take us to no dentist appointments.
Dentist? Every now and again. I've been to the dentist, but I'm talking about like as a youth. I went.
Like, I had to have I need a tooth pulled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, the worst shit ever. Yeah.
Like, it had to be on some. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the end of the road. Like, we got to go to the dentist or else.
Or else, like, it's gonna go septic and you gonna die.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, listen, I have perfect teeth now, though.
That's what I'm saying. When I got older, I was like, nah. Now I'll be like, nigga, I've been to the doctor like 6 times in the last 3 months. I went to the dentist like 4 times last year. I'm about to go back. Like, I stayed in them offices. I got my little app. I'll be on my little app all day looking at my results. And okay, so yeah, all right. I got to pick up my prescription. All right, bet. Let's do it. I'm on that thing. But as a youth, not too much. Not too many times. I dislocated my shoulder. I walked around like this for 6 weeks. Mom didn't take me to the doctor.
In place. It happened to me in nursing school.
Yeah, it popped back in place, but it was hurting like a motherfucker. I walked around. It was during football season. I was walking around like this for 6 weeks. I didn't have a sling for it, y'all. I literally had to hold my own arm so it wouldn't hurt. And then when I would turn and sleep in the middle of the night, it felt like somebody, like a donkey, kicked me in my shoulder, and I would wake up in excruciating pain, and I would turn over. And I did that shit for 6 fucking weeks. Like, like, come on.
My dad used to have this daggone knot on the side of his head. He had that shit for like 10, 11 years. And then finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I convinced him to go to the damn doctor and figure out what it was.
Ingrown hair.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, luckily it was benign. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing wrong with it. And he got it removed. But I'm like, damn, bro. Like, can you go to the doctor once?
One time. I was on that motherfucker. I was tripping. My mama went to the doctor, though. She used to go to the doctor. I ain't gonna lie. My mama stayed at the doctor. My ass, though, I barely got to go. I remember one time.
Didn't take no medication for nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, never.
Hey, I remember one time I went to the doctor and they was like, yeah, you're anemic. Like, that was like I went to the doctor, remember, like 3 times probably. And I was one at a time. They was like, yeah, he's like borderline anemic. My mom was like, oh, okay. Nigga, I didn't take no iron pills. I didn't like the diet didn't change nothing. And then I went back like a few years later and they were like, and I remember thinking like I might still be anemic. They were like, oh, you're not anemic anymore. Like, they didn't say anymore. They was like, I remember asking them like, was I anemic? And they were just like, they were like, nah, you know. Like, what the fuck? Oh, that shit was crazy, dude. My man, the youth was wilding. Tiana said, oh, Mama Pub, she said, drink some cod liver oil. Hey, we was getting by. Niggas in that health insurance, she couldn't afford that shit. She was like, the kids gonna be all right.
We didn't have to
see the lady on here
sit out for years.
What you
the lady on here screaming about they cut her food stamps because people was sending them her TikToks talking about she just bought a brand new BMW, like a 2024. So she's like, I'm gonna have to pay. I used to get 4,000 in stamps, and now they're gonna cut that. And they said that I need to sell my car, and they're gonna investigate me.
4,000 a month?
Ain't nobody getting no 4,000 a month.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Baby, I've seen receipts, and the girl on Facebook be selling them, baby. When you got 15, 11 head of churn, they be getting them stamps, baby. She was getting cash, but here's the thing: she gets stamps, she get cash assistance, and she was getting she got Section 8. So they told her they would cut her Section 8. She said so she was paying like $110 on her rent. Now she's gonna have to pay $950.
God damn.
Why would you be on TikTok stunting in a BMW? This a white tea lady now. You can tell they think they're exempt from stuff. You on TikTok stunting, you got videos posting. You don't think people, they be investigating that stuff. Them people be sending them pictures.
The people be mad. Nah, it be haters. That mean I don't give a fuck if you.
How did they even know she was on food stamps?
She was telling everybody. But why would you report? I would never report. Y'all can tell me you scam. I don't give a fuck if you scamming the government. What the hell? Y'all crazy.
They reported Shamar to Social Security, and he lost his check for like 3 months. That's why he was home. What the hell? Because they was like, he getting money on TikTok, he get money from bookies, blah blah blah. Like he go viral.
Oh my god!
Wow.
They will tell on
you protect the government money better than you protect your own.
Wow.
Exactly. But sis was crying, like she was crying. She was like, they told me I need to sell my car. The comments was eating her ass up. They was like,
Shamar is like not even a functioning adult. Why would you ever? I don't care. That man, he deserved SSI till he died. Like, what are y'all talking about?
And it was only like $900 a month.
Y'all crazy. That much. Y'all some sick motherfucker. You couldn't pay me. I couldn't do that job. Like, if that was my job, I couldn't do it.
Zion say he gonna tell them the YT folks. He don't care.
Nah, I ain't telling no nobody. Hell no. I'm not telling no working class person from scamming the government. I would never. I don't give a fuck about y'all taking money from them people. I don't care. Elon's
the crazy part about the people, some of the people whose job it is, plenty of them qualify for them same services.
For real. That's what I'm saying.
That's the sad part.
Right, they making $30,000 a year.
I'm trying to figure it out.
That, like, if you like on TikTok, they be saying like, as I forgot what the exact role is, but like working in food stamp collections or front, whatever it is, I need some food stamps my damn self.
Y'all ever seen that dude? If you ever go watch that video, I watched the whole thing. That nigga was cooking. I forgot his name.
The one I sent you, old boy, big boy, the bright skin guy.
No, he was white, and he was a Republican, and he was like talking about like, if we cut this will only be 1 day of spending.
Oh yeah, it'll save us 9 days.
Yeah.
All the money. All the money will give us 9 days of running the government.
Go watch that shit. They talk. He brought all the. He was like, "Yep, we can cut welfare. That shit'll be 37 seconds of spending of borrowing. This is 30. This is 1 day of borrowing. This is 9 hours of borrowing." I'm sitting there like, y'all mad at the wrong fucking people. Are you listening to this? Are you seeing what he's saying? Like, what are you talking? Like, you could cut all the social programs. Cut ain't gonna save us no money. It's not. That's not what's costing us the money, man. That's why I don't care.
Not to mention, they be trying to pit us against trans people, but they only make up 1% of the population. Like, y'all really think 1% of the population is taking something from y'all?
Scamming. 1%?
Like 1%?
Well, 1% of the population actually is scamming all of us, but it ain't the bottom 1%. The top 1% is scamming the shit out of us. The bottom 1% ain't doing nothing.
Real bad.
They minding their goddamn business. It's the top 1%. They got us.
They literally are cutting $200 billion in jobs and social programs so that they can give billionaires a $4.5 trillion tax cut.
Yep. Yeah, y'all not knowing. It's over.
Y'all cooked.
Y'all cooked. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm trying to make. They said you got to make. I think it was like 350,000. I said, let me go on and get there so I can get this. I'm so close.
The bookstore, Dave Ramsey.
They got $200 billion. They could cut $200 billion out of our defense, and we'd still be spending more money on defense than any other 3 countries combined.
Mm-hmm. No, it ain't 400K. It's three. It's like three.
I think it's like 375.
It's like 375. I looked into that shit.
Close enough.
Yeah, it was real close because I was looking at I was like, man, I might hit it. I might get one of these tax refunds. I started looking at that shit. Nope. I was like, damn. All right, I gotta go harder. I gotta go harder in 2025.
We need to hustle.
I'm trying to get
more.
Man. I'm trying to get that little cut if I can get it. It ain't hurt nobody if I do it. It's just I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't hurt nobody. I'm trying to get that little extra cut.
Jones, Dan said eating online is ableist. I'm just passing the message.
What? Eating online.
It's a sensory issue for people who neurospicy.
I'm neurospicy.
Okay, what you making the other neurospicy spicier?
Wasn't I muted?
Nah, you was coming off talking with a mouthful of chicken.
Or whatever. My bad.
I do eat all the time. They be on my head though. I don't care what y'all got to say. I'm gonna eat. God damn it. Hey, you know what I saw? Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something funny. I saw this too. I thought this was hilarious. I was watching this shit today. I said, go ahead, man. Go on, talk your shit. I don't know if y'all seen this. This is what Cat. Hold on. Y'all see that shit?
No, it's mostly cut off.
Damn.
What did it say?
Cat. All right. So in the Cat Williams special, he said he was talking about like words that we get like co-opted or whatever, and he was like toxic masculinity, and then he said women know what toxic masculinity is, and he said basically he just said that masculinity is toxic masculinity, and the opposite of toxic masculinity is femininity. And I was cracking up because I was like, oh, that's exactly what I say all the time, but I ain't hear nobody calling Cat no simp, saying that he don't know what he's talking about. Everybody laughed, and it was in Inglewood, California too, so they're my peoples. They was all in the audience laughing. Kikiing. They was I didn't hear no man say simp. He pandering. I didn't hear none of that shit. Guy got up there and said it with his whole fucking chest. He said, masculinity is toxic. That's what he said. Masculinity is toxic. And the opposite of masculinity is femininity. That's what he said.
Cat always saying some like real shit, but in a joke, and people, it just really be going over people's head. Like they really be like, like, did you hear him though?
Yeah, Cat ain't no pimp. That's a character.
Like you chuckling, but did you hear what he actually said? And I don't feel like they really be like, just all Cat, another one of his moments.
He said he don't trust men around him. Cat be, yeah. Cat saying.
Like my point is, if he said that like in a much more serious way, I don't think nobody would be calling him a simp, but they just would have like completely dismissed it. Like, oh, he tripping, whatever. But because he said it as part of like comedy, it's just like it still gets dismissed, but it's like, oh, we could just laugh it off.
Tonight said they're already scamming me. I'm leaving with something. The government, yeah, they getting us.
Yeah, I hit that example button real bad. I was like, yeah, until y'all figure out what's going on over there at Doge, I'm exempt. Okay, I'm gonna figure that shit out later.
I might write that for real. I need all my money. I ain't no telling what y'all got going on.
That's what I said. I said I need my whole check, baby.
Like my issue is that we want to audit and check to make sure that people who are poor, because let's be honest, you middle class, that ain't no money. You poor, like you a paycheck away, you a layoff away, you an accident away from being in the streets. We want to investigate those folks. We want to make sure that they're on the up and up. But billionaires, nah, we don't want to do no audits on them. We don't want to see if they're on the up and up. We don't want to check, you know what I'm saying, to see if they're doing the right thing ever.
Well, yeah, Elon not gonna cut the budget from the stuff that's paying him. He ain't gonna check that budget. That one's fine. We need to leave that one alone.
We ain't gonna do nothing. I don't know what y'all doing over here on YouTube. What y'all talking about? That shit is crazy. I can't. Oh man.
$8 a day Elon get paid. $8 million a day from the federal government.
Somebody was saying that the other day.
That's a little under $3 billion. And that doesn't even include the tax credits that he gets for Tesla.
He said he ain't taking no salary. Now what? So what? He doing a job for free over there?
No, that's from contracts that he has with SpaceX and what's that? Starlink.
That's how they get away. They say they don't take a salary, meaning you don't make a certain amount every year for this particular job. You get paid in, like he said, government contracts. That's not a salary. So that's how they get away with scamming. Like, I do this for free. Like that, they know that that's going to be how people take it. Like, oh, he doesn't even take a salary. He's doing all this work for free. No, he's not. Like, come on now. And I know that's not what you were saying.
When Elon was being interviewed by Tucker Carlson, he literally said, if Trump doesn't win, I'm screwed. I'm going to jail. He said, I'll probably never see my kids again.
Wow. And that's why, yeah, that's crazy.
Why he named that baby a hieroglyphic, though?
What you talking about?
The baby X, the one he be carrying around everywhere. That little boy named X something. X Tenacion.
You got a new baby too on the way. Or did he just have a baby?
Yeah, that girl said that baby she carrying his.
So the ghetto.
Look up that little boy name, Joan. That little boy name is X something.
That probably Xavier.
It's a computer code.
No, yeah, X is the code for 88. You know, bro, Yahtzee.
I'm screaming.
I'm dead serious. I'm not playing.
And where's what's his face? Where's JD Vance?
On the couch.
Yeah, busy over in Europe, demanding that he be put on stage immediately so he can say stuff and then say the most absurd shit you could think of.
That's America.
I'm tired, y'all.
You tired? I'm exhausted. Yeah, man. Speaking of that, I don't know, man. I might have to restart the live or something. I gotta get it jumping. I can't.
Definitely do.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the
Sit at the Mellow. Sit at the Mellow.
Nah, I don't want to talk to Mellow.
Mellow did.
Mellow be annoying me.
Yeah, maybe you need a different topic or something. I don't know.
I do.
It's like 450 people in here, but they ain't trying to come up.
Well, yeah. I'll re-spin the block. I'm gonna spin the block with a new topic. I'll figure it out. Give me a minute. It'll take me a second. Them niggas pissed me off today, though. I knew they was gonna be a little nervous. I knew they wasn't gonna want to come up here and speak their piece. So you know what I'm saying? We not doing Mellow though now. JD, what's good with you? JD, what's good with you, man? He probably accidentally.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pop up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Yep, that's what I figured. Because it was like right at that moment, I was like, ain't no way. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna spin the block. We'll get it going. I'll be right back. I got some things already in the chamber. Hopefully you finish eating and you could jump back on.
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done. Chill out. All
right. All right, y'all. Let's finish. Let's see what we got over here.
What we see today is that people are taking something that happened 100, 200, 500, 1,000. Whatever your clan is, they're taking something that.
Oh man, how boring. Okay. I felt like that was kind of crazy. It never downloaded, so I could never put it on YouTube, but I had the prompt and everything ready, but it wouldn't let me do it. Trying to get this together real quick. What we gonna do? And someone already compared Grimes to ended up. Susie, you're telling me experience or over as person. Experience what? What's going on? That's funny, Joe Gently. Atreides. Every black woman are the average black woman according to their small minds. It's wicked work. It's wicked work. Let's do this. I think I already have one because I was gonna run. I was gonna run here with her. Let's run. I was gonna run this one. Let's see what it does. No, I don't want to do that one. We ran that one a bunch of times. What about accountability is only for men? I might run that one. I can't remember how that live went, but I feel like it was funny. Accountability is only for men. Like that's a good one. What is going on in these comments? I don't know what started this conversation. I don't know why we tripping in the comment. Oh man, it's the same thing. I ain't gonna even address it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all adults. I ain't gonna even address that shit. Y'all got it. Mm-hmm. I have no desire. Do you have any reading material suggestions for a young teen boy who wants to learn about civil rights and systemic oppression in the U.S.? He's also interested in prison. Damn, I read a lot of stuff when I was younger. Young teen boy who wants to learn about civil rights. Invisible Women will be one. I'll teach them about systemic oppression. Specifically for Black people, civil rights movement, I would have to go. Yeah. I gotta look. I got it, Shivers. I have the name. I'm not good. My memory is not good with like book names. No, not Malcolm X memoirs. That's not good. I wouldn't say that. Damn, there was a good. Oh my god. Oh shit. There you go. They got you in the comments. I think Teresa would know a lot of these. So people giving some good ones. The New Jim Crow. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's some good ones. Teresa, what's that book? Like, what happened to? It's called "What Happened to Something." It's about how like white people. Oh my god, I read it a long time ago. I mean, not that long ago. It was probably like within the last 5 or 6 years. But I can't remember the fucking name of it. Sierra, what's going on? I don't even know what's happening. Anyway. Now it's not my joint. I just touched my shoulder. It shit started hurting. It's about, yeah, Teresa. It's about white people. Like how they like basically how racism is like the reason why they don't have anything and like why we don't have anything. That's pretty much the crux of the book. I can't remember the name though. Thanks, Mallory. I am getting old. I've been old. Why do you think you're overanalyzing the statement? What you mean, man? Why do you think you're overanalyzing the statement?
Hey, what up, Bubba?
What up, man? What you mean you think you overanalyzing the statement?
I just feel like it's just a me thing. It's just the way my brain works. I just overanalyze shit. So I think I'm just overanalyzing it.
What do you think it's saying?
Well, it just says accountability is for men, is only for men, which in a way I can believe, because men, we pretty much start just about every damn thing in the world. So it's like, I can kind of get it, but again, I could just be reading it wrong.
That's a good take too.
I better be reading it wrong, bro.
Why?
So accountability for what? Bad actions? Immoral action?
Yeah, sure.
So are you saying women shouldn't be going to prison?
Women shouldn't be going to prison?
Because that's the definition of accountability in our society, is you send them to prison. So are you saying women should not have to go to prison?
That's not the definition.
Is this one of those lives where you don't actually say anything and back up your point and you just sit here and ask questions?
No.
All right, then tell me what you mean, bro.
It's right there. Accountability is only for men, because men are the
women should go to prison?
Hey,
do you think women should go to prison?
Hey, Roots, shut the fuck up.
Okay? Yeah, all right, you're a bozo schmozo. This is gonna be a boring ass live, bro.
Yep.
I don't see how you do it, Brody. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see how you do it. Every time I see you in this live, I don't see how you do it. Like, it just. I think I'm too much of an introvert. What's up?
Nah, it's just funny. They just like to be weird. But by the way, his name was Roots. I didn't like that. That and he was a white man. That pissed me off. But no. So no, I think I like what you're saying too. I like your approach, right? Like, because men are the cause of most of the pretty much every single problem. But then also the reason why I'm saying it is because women, like as a group, they take accountability.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, now I was just gonna say, like, when you just say accountability is for men, just like if you take yourself out of it, because every time whenever I see your prompts, I always tell myself, you got to take yourself out of the out of your feelings for a second. I'm like, and just actually look at it like for a second. And yeah, absolutely, women do take accountability for the most part. Mm-hmm. And it's just for men, I'd say, because I don't want to say it's just for men, but I would say for at least both sides, at least for I'll say even for men, they come up with excuses, to say the least. They come up with excuses to try to avoid being responsible for whatever the fuck they did. I can't think of an example right now.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, I definitely. I agree, but it's like at the same time, it's like, and going back to the whole Roots thing, what he was talking about, like when he said to go to jail, that's an extreme form of accountability. That's not really accountability. Like just being accountable, just owning up for your actions.
You can go to jail and never take accountability.
True. Yeah, that's actually true too.
Right. So that's why saying prison would be the definition of accountability in our society is stupid, because you could be punished for something and never take accountability. There's a bunch of people in prison. If you ask them did they do it, they'll be like, no, I didn't do it. That woman lying. I did not rape her. Well, 38 women said you raped them. No, they all lying. Look, DNA was on all 38 bodies. Look, okay, it was consensual. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men don't take accountability for shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, like the more questions you ask, the more of the story that you get. Like where it's just, well, the definition where you say, when you tell a lie, and then the more questions you ask, like that lie turns into a whole different lie, and it's just then that lie is just completely something else. So no, I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, men don't take accountability for shit, but as a group, women take accountability all the time.
Yeah, no, and I can agree with that, because again, I've talked to so many women where it's like, I don't get it sometimes, where they take accountability for something that they probably even shouldn't take accountability for. It's like, yo, it's not your fault. It's like, it's not your fault. Like, I think this is like perfect example today. Like, we was just chilling, and I think one of the hinges when I was opening the cabinet, one of it broke, because my apartment. So the hinges just broke, and I got mad at it. I was like, God damn. So I just got a little frustrated, and she thinking that it's her fault. I'm like, yo, it's not your fault. This shit is, bro, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, but I guess like she's more so just taking accountability of the fact, like, oh man, did I mess it up? Like, did I do something?
I'm sorry.
She just asked me if I was in a mood, and I was like, yeah, I was just in a mood. But you know,
yep, that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, so that's just me though.
I don't know what happened to that person. What up, Jones? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he already left.
What up?
Chilling. That person came up and then they dipped. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, this dude earlier today, I put men are responsible for, you know what I'm saying, all societal issues. It's like the last prompt on the bottom of the screen. And it came up there and immediately was talking about how like most things are women's fault. I said, cool, name a war that women started.
Nice.
Then he just got quiet. I was like, oh, okay, gotcha. He was like, well, they're unaliving babies though. I was like, bro, you don't get out of here.
They always got that. It's always they care so much about the unborn fetuses. But they be the same people that's like, we like, all right, so once the babies are here, we should make sure every child has somewhere to stay and every child has, you know, food to eat. And then they're like, nah, that's a bridge too far. What's good, RFK? That's a crazy name, brother.
It's just my initials.
Oh, bet, that's what's up. What's good with you?
Not much. I guess my only question is, so do you believe that women can never be held accountable for anything? And
women hold themselves
I
accountable.
just got here.
Yeah.
Well, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Women hold themselves accountable. They do it already. We don't have to tell women. We don't have to host 90,000 lives. We don't have to write policies. Like we don't have to do anything for women to hold themselves accountable. They hold themselves accountable all the time. Like they're the only group of people, you know what I'm saying, out of the two groups of people, they're the only group of people that as a group hold themselves accountable. Men never, we're not holding ourselves accountable for shit.
I mean, I guess I could agree and disagree all at the same time. Like women, I guess with you saying for men not being held accountable, absolutely, definitely, I can say that. But I guess I'm just not to the theory that women always hold themselves accountable.
What do you want women to be held accountable for? Like, give me an example, if you don't mind.
If I can think of one, just like I would say within the message, like women are the gatekeepers of sex. Would we agree there?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
That's a weird
statement.
No.
No.
Because both people have to consent to sex. So how are they the
right.
gatekeepers?
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and hold on. And how is that? Yeah, why would they need to take accountability for not wanting to have?
He's gonna go to having children. He's gonna blame them for getting pregnant.
No. I put that on both parties. I believe that both parties should definitely protect themselves. If men are getting ready to have sex with somebody, you should be wearing a condom. I believe that if you don't want to have a baby with somebody, you shouldn't lay up there, have unprotected sex, and then not deal with the consequences. I'm definitely not saying that.
So let him answer. I don't know what his point is then. Go ahead, RFK. I'm listening.
Right. So I'm just saying, but if both parties consent to having unprotected sex, the woman is also not on birth control, both of them kind of consent to that, right? And if both of them consent in that, and there is a pregnancy, right? A lot of the times, I guess that example doesn't really work.
That's because this is exactly what I knew you were going to say. So, because even when you talk about pregnancies, let's play it all the way out. Who ends up taking care of the kids 85% of the time?
It would be women. Yeah,
okay. That's accountability.
Where you were going with? I agree with you mostly. That's where I was just trying to get the idea of like, are they never held accountable?
No,
that's what I was just trying to.
They hold themselves accountable. Is my point though. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't have men. Two things. A, men are in no place to tell women to try to get women to hold themselves accountable for anything. First and foremost. Secondly, they don't need us to do that. They do that themselves, right? Like they hold themselves accountable and they hold other people and other women responsible for whatever shortcomings they have, right? But now, when you flip that around, can you say the same thing about men?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
No.
about anything. You said not necessarily. What are men holding themselves accountable for? Right? Like let's do an exercise. Name an issue, right? First, I want you to name an issue, like name something that's like, rampant, something that's bad that we all know is bad, whatever, right? That we all know, because everything men are responsible for. But you could pick it. We could throw a dart in the dark and we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit the issue that men are responsible for. And you name one thing that men are holding other men and themselves accountable and responsible for, right? Currently, that you can see.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like I said, I'm not fully disagreeing with you or saying that men are never held accountable for everything. I just saw the prompt and I thought I had an idea, but that idea is turning into mush and it's sounding like bullshit. So that's why I just had. That's why I said I just wanted to come up and then just have the idea and just have the conversation, because I'm all about education and elevation and just having a conversation that can potentially change my mind so that I can grow, because I'm raising 2 daughters, so I want to make sure that they are being held accountable for like certain things. But then when you put it in that perspective, like I definitely see like where you're going and how it is. That's why I just wanted to
your daughters conversation. How old are your daughters?
8 and 2.
8 and 2. Okay. Does the 8-year-old help out with the 2-year-old?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, she's 8, but she helps out with the 2-year-old or whatever the case may be. As you get older, I'm sure she's gonna do it even more. You know what I'm saying? She will be responsible for that 2-year-old, when they grow up or whatever, more than likely. And women are conditioned to do that from an early age. Like they're conditioned to take care of other people, be responsible for everybody around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also be responsible for themselves and make sure that they get good grades, that they stay out of trouble, that they don't make life harder for mom and dad, and and things of that nature. Like that's how most girls are socialized. Most little girls are socialized, right?
I would agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, but men, little boys, are we socialized like that?
Nah, we got to be tough and strong, and all that other stuff. No real emotional support, and
I don't know about that. I mean it more like as far as our contributions. Like, are we socialized to like take care of everybody? Are we socialized to make sure that we stay out of trouble, that we don't cause any harm, that we like? Is that what little boys do?
We're caused to take care of people to an extent. Right. Like I'm here as a father, so that's my duty to provide like to my children and make sure that they're growing up in a safe and a healthy environment. So I would say in that aspect, like
do you live with your kids?
I do, yeah. I'm married. I'm going on 11 years of marriage, and what is that going to be? October?
Salute.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you think most men are like you that have kids?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Fuck no.
That's the reality. Like you are an outlier, right? I'm an outlier. You know what I mean? Like
I'm kind of like an exception to the rule, but that's why, like I said, I'm also trying to educate myself, elevate myself, and grow even more, because I realize I'm raising 2 little girls and I want them to be, strong women, strong independent women.
And but you said earlier that you want your daughters to take accountability. So I'm still curious as to what we want women to take accountability for.
I guess when I would say that, it would just be, I don't know, in that instance, if it were to come to sex and she would just say like, oh, Dad, somebody got me pregnant, and I would say, well, you were both 2 consenting adults. You should have made sure that somebody had some sort of protection. Or you could have just said no, backed away from the situation.
What if she couldn't? What if she couldn't have?
Well, right. And if it was that case and she couldn't, then I would say that, oh, well, then you were pressured into something that it sounds like you didn't want to do. So therefore, I don't hold that over your head, because you were then pressured into something that you don't want to do. So then
what percentage of women do you think get pressured into having sex?
What percentage of women? I'm sure it's probably more than half.
Yeah, especially young girls, I would assume.
Right.
Right.
I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm very sure of that. So that's what I'm saying. It's situational. In that situation, absolutely, I'm not putting any fault or any blame on her for anything like that. But if it's the other situation, I am going to put I'm going to put a lot of accountability on him, but I'm also going to not say that he wasn't the only one that was there, because it's two people that have to do that and make that action.
But that's not how
you're able to back out.
That's not how this works. When I get a chance, look, can you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, let Jones go, and then Mike, go ahead, Jones.
Yeah, so one, consent to sex is not consent to pregnancy. So,
correct.
Okay. Secondly, right, a person cannot get pregnant. A woman or AFAB person cannot get pregnant unless a male or AFAB person ejaculates inside of them. Correct. So only one person is responsible for what is happening.
I mean, in that sense, I would agree with you, because then, yeah, it is the man that is ejaculating. Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Unless she grab you tight right at the end, like when you start making them faces, when you be looking at her like this, and then she just grab your ass, she be like, here you go, and she lock your ass up. Then you can say like, all right.
Yeah, but that's why
that never happens.
Situational.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen though.
When you start saying, oh shit, and she know that she clenched and she grab your ass and grab you by the small of your waist and just like you on a roller coaster, you be like, ah!
Yeah. There's also instances of stealthing, you know what I'm saying, and many other things. But to be honest with you, there's only one person that's responsible for a pregnancy, literally.
I would agree with you, because once a woman does get pregnant, she can only get pregnant once. A woman can pretty much only have, one baby a year. A man can mess around and have, as many days as there are within the week. So I fully agree with you on that.
Go ahead, Mike, and then I want Pinhead to go. Mike want to ask you a question though. Okay.
Cool. It's gonna be real quick. I just wanted to ask, like, what is, based off the the title and everything, what's one of the main things you feel like men definitely need to take accountability for? Like one of the main points that you can think of? Because I think there's some good ones, but I feel like you have one in particular.
I got a lot. I mean, so we're talking about kids, I would say child abandonment.
Gotcha. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think men need to like really stop abandoning their children.
Like, I would actually, whoever said mental health, I low-key agree with that just a little bit more, because mental health is just super duper important.
Moonlight said washing their ass.
And no lies. Mental health would be at the top of that list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like emotional intelligence, being able to control themselves, not using violence, whether it be emotional or physical violence, to solve all issues.
Yeah, I'm with all of those. You ain't anything y'all say, I'm gonna say yeah. Anything you say, I'm gonna be like, yep, that's a good one. A good answer. We on Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer. Everything a good answer.
Nah, because I agree. Because like, just like, even with talking with just like certain like discourses, like for some odd reason, I just noticed like with just men, even in the workplace, it just gets a little bit more aggressive than what it needs to. Like, just like whenever you tell them no, that's wrong, I'm like, no, it's not. It's not even for the fact it's wrong. It's just a different perspective for the most part. So, but I don't know about all that.
Pinhead was he was saying something in the comments, so I brought him up. What were you saying, Pinhead?
You mad at me?
My statement is, I think in every single instance, you're right that accountability is only for men. I will say one instance, and it's kind of been touched on earlier, but in the AB, I think that women do not take accountability for that. And considering that is not a man's decision,
what do you mean?
It is a woman's decision.
What do you mean?
So I think that.
How do they take accountability? What do you mean?
I say they don't.
I know.
A lot of people.
What accountability? What accountability? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Isn't that accountability? Like getting an AB is being accountable.
Well, considering that 95% of those are elective, and you don't need them. 95% of the time.
How are you to tell somebody what they need and don't need?
How are you to tell? Okay, it's a separate body, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Hold on. Before you try to Bible thump us to death about fetuses,
I don't have to argue for the Bible.
I know. I don't want to hear nothing about what your opinion is on what a fetus is. Right? We up here are of the educated class of people who understand what a fetus is. If you don't,
science says a fetus is a living human
I got
being.
you. It's
you agree
not.
With that?
No, I don't.
Yes, it is.
It's not. And if you want to have that argument, that this is not the lie for that, there are 10,000 lies arguing if abortions are real and if whatever, you can have that discussion. But back to the point, A woman doesn't need to take accountability for a misfortune. That is her taking accountability. The action of it in and of itself is her taking accountability.
Okay, the only argument I have against that, you don't want to have the conversation. So again, then I'll just have to agree with the prompt.
You don't have an argument.
You're putting what I'm saying to the side, which is fine. This is your life, obviously. Yeah. So I'll agree with it. Then except the only thing I'm not agreeing with, you don't want to talk about. So that's that. Then it is what it is, right?
So you want me to read the definition of what a fetus is?
You can read the definition is, and then I'll go read the definition of what makes a human alive. And then when I prove to you that a fetus feels every single part of that.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Yes, it does.
It is true. It can't live outside of the mother, so therefore it wouldn't be alive yet, technically, right? If it can't survive on its own, it ain't alive yet.
Science doesn't say one qualification for being alive is needing to live outside of the mother. That's not what science says.
So what do you call? See, this is why this is stupid, because you're not a scientist. You don't understand science clearly.
I don't need to be a scientist to go
but you don't. But you need to hold on. But you need to be able to understand science, which you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't understand it. That's why I hate having this discussion.
I can go look it up right now. I can read it.
I know, but wait, I can read better than you. I promise you. I can read better than you. I can comprehend better than you. You don't understand science in general. You don't have a firm grasp of science.
I don't have it all, but I don't have every trait of life up in my head, but it's all written down. I can read it too. I can find it.
Hold on. What?
I can find the answer that I'm looking for. I just don't have it in my head right now.
What answer?
Here's the real issue that we're having right now. I need everybody to understand this, because there's a lot of people here, and I think that there's other people that can be educated by this statement outside of Pinhead. I don't know that Pinhead will even grasp what I'm saying. Dictionaries are descriptive.
I'm not talking about a dictionary, sir.
I'm not talking to you, sir. Dictionaries are descriptive, not prescriptive. They only describe how we colloquially use words within this society. They do not prescribe what a word is supposed to mean, and it is not an objective reality.
An objective reality in this case would be, if something can't fucking live outside of the woman's womb, then it ain't fucking alive yet.
Well, a 1-year-old can't do that either without being fed externally.
A 1-year-old can survive outside of a woman's body, though.
Yeah, okay. A 1-day-old baby might last a couple hours without assistance.
Not with what? Couple hours? What the fuck are you talking about? A couple hours?
What, a day? What are you gonna?
Yes, it's different. Like, so if the person decides to have the child, but they don't want to care for the child, the custody can be remanded to someone else. But in terms of a fetus growing inside somebody's body, here, I'm gonna just ask you a simple question, and this is easy, right? Like, if you were having, relations with a woman, and she consented to it, and then like midway through, she asked you to stop, and if you stop,
then you stop, because I know that.
Hold on. But if you know that if you stop and pull out, you're gonna die. Which one are you gonna choose?
You stop and you pull out, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay. If I knew, like, somehow
answer the question
in some odd reality that was 100% of the case, then I don't think it would be right to stop knowing. What's more important, her saying "Don't do this to me," or me ending my life? Right. That's an odd question, but okay.
So you would keep going
if you could prove beyond the shadow of a doubt somehow. Which this is a hypothetical.
Oh my God, it's hypothetical. Yes.
Sure, then I guess I'd keep going. What? I mean, what's the right answer, Mr. Jones?
That's wild, bro.
How is that? What? That's wild.
So you don't believe in consent?
Does consent? I mean, I'm trying to think of another hypothetical situation, but you're telling me that consent is more important than someone not unaliving? What?
Yes. That's their body.
How is that more important?
That's their body. If they tell you to stop, it means stop.
Even if I'll die when you already told me I could, this is actually a really bad hypothetical.
Really not.
Yeah, it really is.
You're missing the entirety of the point.
Can you tell me what the point is?
A woman has autonomy of their body at all times. If at any point they want something to stop, they have the right to make it stop.
I mean, if it's 100% going to just kill the other person, I don't think so.
That's wild, bro.
Let me ask you a question. If I walked up to you and started just touching you on the head 1,000 times, you have body autonomy to make me stop. But if you stopped, I would die from just something simple like that. Then you don't have the right either.
I would want you to perish.
I ain't gonna even lie.
I'm sure you would.
I would uppercut you.
I'm sure you
on your
would.
way out.
Six strong friends.
I uppercut you on the way out, think like Ken and Ryu, like, like you know when they died at the end of the video, they're like, no.
Hey, women, y'all all heard what Pinhead said, right? It's not just me. Everybody heard what he said, right?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I was under the assumption you're talking about someone actually physically unaliving. Okay, I mean, that was your hypothetical you gave me, so you're gonna try and turn it now. That's not what you meant.
That's the point.
Can't y'all?
I think we'll look up and just prove this is what you guys want me to do, right? I'll go show you what a human life, the qualifications for that. I'll be back then.
Hold on, Bob. Hold on. I want to do something real quick. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna put something on the screen. You only got to put it on the big screen. Hey, real quick. Hold on. That's not the right one. Hold on. All right, there we go. Hey, this is a human life right here.
That shit look like Venus.
Control the gotchas you want, but what is
human life?
Again,
hey, that shit look. Hey, wait, hold on, bro. That shit look like Cookie Monster shit. That shit look crazy. What is that? That look like Smurf ass. That look. What is that, man? What is that?
You said that it's a human being. So you're telling me that's a human life?
I'm asking you what the public asked you first, so you don't have to answer me. What is that?
No, you tell me.
I know what it is. I'm joking. I'm being facetious. I know what it is.
You tell me what it is. You said that.
I don't need to be so well versed in knowing exactly what all these fucking pictures
you
look
should.
like.
Nah, you should before you start yapping. You definitely should.
You telling me if I can't tell you what a picture looks like, that invalidates the whole argument if it is alive or not? That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
It kind of shows your lack of education on the topic.
You tell me lack of education. Listen, if I'm uneducated about something,
which you are,
I miss the point on something, that doesn't mean the idea is wrong.
100%. That's literally what it means. Like, what the fuck? That's literally what, by definition, that's what it means. You missed the point. You're undereducated. You missed it.
That's crazy, man.
That's literally what it means. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Okay, well, if you want to kick me, you can. I'm gonna go get what I need.
I ain't kicking you. I'm laughing at you. Why would I kick you?
I'm gonna get what I need and I'll show you guys.
Okay.
And then you'll take it back.
All right.
Before you go.
So there's a bit on the side, but I don't know if y'all ever watch Ed, and Eddie. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. You know them big jawbreakers?
Hey, Ed and Eddie was funny, dude.
That's a classic.
What up, BBG? Hey, okay, go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, I was gonna ask a question. Like, what, like for real? What is that was put up on the screen?
It was a clump of cells. It was a fetus. It was a parasite.
Which one? Because those are all
literally a germ.
Oh man. Go ahead.
You say that's not a.
I got to go do homework with the children, so I'll be back in a minute.
Bet. Go ahead, Dre.
I was asking him. He was saying that that's not a human life.
No, it's not. Yeah, but I really don't care to talk about ABs because y'all don't be knowing shit about nothing.
And I kind of think it actually is a human life.
All right.
It's,
yeah, I don't. Hold on, wait. When I say something and y'all ignore it, that kind of make me upset. I don't want to talk about ABs because you guys don't know shit about them.
Oh no, well technically I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I know. I know y'all don't know nothing about them. Hence the reason I don't like talking about them. Because y'all not here. But here's the problem, Dre. Because y'all aren't here to learn about them. You're just here to tell me whatever you want to tell me about them, and you want to deflect. And that's why I don't want to have the conversation. Like if you actually knew and you was like, nah, man, I know, and I'm here to educate, then cool. I'm with it, right? But I know that's not what y'all really be wanting to do. Y'all really literally don't be knowing shit about it, right?
Okay, I got you.
And I'm just like, why are we talking about some shit that you don't care to know about and I don't care to teach you about? It's pointless. Carrie said, please drop Pinhead. That boy gone. Tonight just said, Mrs. RFK, you're in danger, girl. Teresa said, accountability, how women became America's safety net. Jessica Calarco, other countries have social safety nets. The U.S. has black women. Damn, that's a quote for the ages. Tonight just said, fuck themselves and fuck you. Justin said, getting an AB is accountability, so is adoption. Too many think accountability and punishment are synonymous, and they aren't. That's a fact. Submissive provider says, cells can survive in a freezer, a baby cannot. Also a fact. Audie said, if men could have babies, they would understand what a fetus is. Another damn, we got facts on facts on facts. All right. Go ahead, Drake. You definitely can address the topic.
Oh yeah, I was gonna speak on what you guys were talking about when I came in, but you know that's not the topic, so I'll answer somebody else.
Okay, go ahead, C-Day. You definitely got to mute up though. You stay with a lot of background noise. Go ahead, C-Day. C difficult.
Man, why you let Mr. Jones come here and make that dumbass analogy?
Why was it dumb?
That shit was stupid.
What made it dumb?
Asking a dude to pick between life and something else, like most people going to pick life, bro. And that's a dumb ass question. That's a dumb ass analogy, and it's just stupid.
It's not for you to choose. Like, I think you missed it.
How is it not? If you talking about somebody choose between my life and somebody else's, most people are going to choose themselves. Period. Like if I had to choose between, if somebody came up to me and said, hey, choose Pub or choose you, one of y'all guys will be on the live. I'm choosing you 100 times out of 100. And I'm pretty sure you would probably choose me. If they said
stupid. If they said grape seed Dave or unalive, I would unalive. That's the see what I'm saying? They said if they said have some X with C Dave, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying because you were man, I'm just being honest. Like if it was like unalive or have some X with C Dave or whatever, I would unalive. Like, and not on like some like you're a repulsive. I'm saying out of respect, like that's crazy. Like, why would I grape you? Like that's crazy. I would rather unalive than grape somebody.
You would say that. I mean, of course you're gonna say that. I think
I would do that, nigga. Bro, do not, sir. If that's what you before you start projecting your bullshit on me, stop. If that's how you get down, fine. That's not how I get down. I know. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just say I wouldn't, and then I would go, okay, then that's you. I'm telling you what I would do. I'm not gonna say, oh, you lying. Is that what you would do? You would grape somebody if it was to save your life? Yes, you would. Okay, cool. I wouldn't. Now what?
All I'm saying is you give people a choice between their life and somebody else. The majority of people, man or woman, doesn't matter, is going to choose their life over saving someone else's. So that's
definitely not true.
That is definitely true.
If you told me that about men, I would agree with you.
Women too.
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
If you ask women, would they choose themselves, or would they choose to be unalive, or save themselves, or would they choose the other person to be unalive? They're going to say the other person 99% of the time.
Gal said, C diff, he already annoyed me. It put 3 on his head. Hey,
question: don't they technically already choose the other life in general because they give birth a lot, and a lot of births kind of end up from them dying. So they kind of, in a way, they kind of choose for them to be born, and they'll die. Well, no way. Now, I could be wrong.
They're putting their life on the line. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. Like when we talk about children, because a lot of men would choose to, be unalive for the sake of their children.
Fuck out of here.
Yes, a lot.
No, they don't. Men won't even come pick up their babies. Like, see what I'm saying? Look, bro, 25% of men be abandoning their kids, but you expect me to believe that a lot of men would hold on, see that 25% of men don't cut off contact, abandon their kids. That's 1 out of 4. You expect me to believe that a lot, which is what percentage of men? What's the percentage of men that would actually unalive for their kids?
75% of men that don't.
No. That don't completely abandon. Okay, yeah. But then you got another 50% on top of that see their kids once a week, see their kids twice a month. So you got 75% of men who barely see their fucking kids, if not, don't see their kids at all. Then you got the rest, the 25% that's in a home, and 85% of them is neglecting their kids. So what the fuck are you talking about? What percentage of men? You telling me it's a lot of men that would unalive? Hold on, C-Dave. You telling me that there's a large group of men that would unalive for their children, but it's a lot. But them same group of men won't stop cheating on their women for their kids.
Yes.
Nah, that's stupid.
Yes.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
You can say I'm lying all you want.
You're lying. That don't even make sense.
Is that men?
They can do. They will unalive. So you telling me niggas are unalive before they stop cheating, before they stop abusing, before they stop beating? Like what?
We're talking about two separate things. We're talking about.
I'm talking about the same it's the same logic. It's the same logic. Listen, C-Dave, stop. It's the same logic. The logic is you're saying that men will sacrifice. They will make the ultimate sacrifice, right? So that means on the list of sacrifices, on the scale of the spectrum of sacrifices, right? This is the unalive sacrifice. This is your life. Men will unalive. This is the furthest sacrifice you can make for your child. Fine. Okay. You expect me to believe that a lot of men, whatever that fucking means, but a lot of men would unalive for their kids, right? To make the first. But then there's all of these other sacrifices that men could make for their kids that they don't fucking make. That's my point. And way down on the other end of the spectrum is not abusing the mother of their fucking kids. That's at the beginning of the spectrum. That should be the easiest thing to do. Not abuse the mother of your kids seems pretty fucking easy to not do, right? But yet, most men figure out a way to do that. So you want me to believe that they'll bypass all of these sacrifices, abusing women, neglecting their kids, not getting educated, all of these things. Niggas won't even go to the doctor. You talking about that? Listen to what I'm telling you. They won't even go to the doctor to get checked out to make sure they're healthy enough to stay around for their fucking kids. But you expect me to believe that they would give up their life for their kids? Fuck out of here, bro. Stop. You got to stop with that stupid ass. That shit is dumb, bro. That shit is dumb.
Every day. So again,
that wasn't dumb, nigga.
If you ask a man,
I would never ask a man anything because y'all some fucking liars.
Let me speak. We know you don't ask men anything. We know
that y'all some fucking liars.
If you ask men, would I rather see my child be unalive or would myself be unalive? Most men who are involved with the child will say, I would rather.
Men be using their babies as human shields, nigga. Stop.
Go ahead.
Men be using their babies as human shields. Look at Elon.
No, they don't. What is it?
No, they don't. We got lying.
You know what? And women be out here drowning their children. So don't give me that either.
Look at that. Oh, wow. That was, wow. You ate with that one. You ate with that one, girlfriend.
We got examples of both men and women doing the very
You ate with that one, girlfriend. Look at you.
Right.
You ate down.
Stuff doesn't happen. But again, if you ask a man who loves his child and who's involved with their children to say, hey, would you rather see your child hurt or be unalive? Most men are going to say, I would rather lose my life than my child lose their life. You cannot connect this to them being involved with the mother.
I 100% can. I would rather lose my life. So the same man, I would rather lose my life. You are finished. I would rather lose my life.
Watch you say something dumb. Watch how you.
I'm not saying, sir. You just said all the. You took all the dumb, C-Dave. You got it. It's with you. I don't have you took it all, right? So you saying that these same men that once again neglect their children, abuse their children, rape the little girls, touch on the little boys, be doing the boosie shit, paying Smex workers to have Smex with your little child and all of that shit. You telling me that these the men that if you ask them, hey, would you rather unalive or have your child unalive? They'll go, oh yeah, I would rather unalive before my child. You expect me to believe that? Fuck out of here. These also are the same men when you ask them, hey, when you ask, yes, yeah, I expect you to believe the same women. I don't care. This about men, not about women. That's how I know you want some bullshit.
No, you don't want to bring women into it. So
I didn't. I didn't say nothing about women. I didn't say nothing about women. I'm not talking about what women do at all. I'm talking about what men do. I'm talking about what men do.
You talk about that men who cheat on their women like that.
That is what men do. That's what men do. I'm not bringing. Has nothing to do with what women are doing. I'm talking about what men do.
What does that have to do with their children?
What is cheating? See what I'm saying? You see how stupid that is?
No.
What is cheating? What is cheating? What does abusing the mother of your child have to do with your child? That's what you're asking.
Okay. So women who cheat on men, do they do?
Sir, we're not talking about women. We're talking about men.
We are talking about.
No, you're trying to derail and deflect and talk about women. I'm not. I'm talking about what men are doing.
Talk about women because when you hold the same stupid logic up to women, you have no way.
It's not the same.
It is the same.
It's not.
It's the same.
It's not. I can tell you. I've done too many. I've done this too many. See, Dave. I've done this too many times. It's not the same. I'm sorry to tell you that. I know you want everything to be the same. It's not the same. Even why women cheat is different for the most part. So what the fuck are you talking about? Most of the time, women are responding. See, Dave, I got to mute you. You're talking too much. Women are responding to abuse when they cheat. Just so we're clear. Most of the time when women cheat, they are responding to being abused. And then they go cheat, right? Most of the time. When men cheat, they cheat when they're happy at home. They got a woman at home, the woman, they love the woman. This is the shit the men will say. The men will say, oh no, I'm happy. I'm like, oh, I love my wife. She didn't do anything wrong. Men just be cheating for the sake of cheating. They don't even cheat for the same fucking reasons. So every single time y'all try to do that, like, but women, it just makes you look dumb because you don't even know what the fuck you talking about. It's never the same thing. Men and women function differently in society because of how we're conditioned. Like it don't make no sense. It don't mean nothing. Women cheat. Yes, women cheat. You're right. Women do cheat. They cheat fucking half as much as men do, and they cheat for different reasons. You can say cheating is cheating. It's not. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. Being abused and then responding to abuse is not the same as not being abused and then just going out and abusing a person. Those are two fucking different things. Sorry to tell you that.
Oh, let me say
that is a majority. Dre, come on, y'all. Hold on. Trey said, "See, Dave, it's been 2 minutes, and you justify great. See, Dave gonna always justify great. That's what he do." Yes. Tonight said, "A cop choosing to harm someone to save himself is spooky." Oh man. Agent said, C diff, 1 brain cell, halitosis having that's 13 on C diff head. Go ahead, Cool K.
Yeah, thanks for bringing.
Oh, hold on. Where Dark Saber at? Dark Saber up here too. We gotta let Dark Saber go. We got Maya. We got a bunch of people that need to go. Go ahead, Dark Saber.
Oh, hey, I'm just chilling. I just want to come in and say hey.
All right, what's up, man?
We talked the other night. I like what you're on. I like what you're on to.
Bet.
I think men do need a more accountability. 100%.
Yeah. Bet. Go ahead, Cool K.
Yes, so I agree that men need to take more accountability, and they're usually the ones that will commit adulterous acts or infidelity acts based on their libidinal drive or that lust that they can't seem to control. It's unfortunate, and it's because of that upbringing. They're raised to want to think that it's a game, like it's fun to go out there and get women and so on and so forth, unfortunately. So that perpetuates when they become men, and it's just an unfortunate situation. Now, I just want to address something you said earlier, though, but I think you were making a distinction. You didn't say it, but in actuality, that's what you did. You made a distinction between the men who are doing like real wicked stuff in the house as opposed to a guy who he's just a regular Joe that's loving his wife and taking care of his wife and his family. And if he would jump in front of a bullet, or would he allow himself to be unalive for his child? And I would say that an upstanding father, of course, he's gonna do that.
There's more men that will unalive their kids than there are men who would jump in front of a bullet for their kids. There's more men that are out here unaliving their kids and letting their kids unalive, like that dude that just let his fucking 2 kids freeze to death overnight. It's more of those men than there are the men that are out here like, man, I would give up anything to save my kids. Oh, will you? Will you? If you would give up anything to save your kids, this is what I've been saying. Why wouldn't you treat the mother of your kids right? So y'all can stay together, so you can raise them in a happy, healthy home, right? Why won't y'all go get a fucking education so you can get a fucking decent paying job? Why? Like, there's a ton of examples I could give as to how men actually don't give a fuck about their babies.
So let me land the plane with what you just said, and it on the surface, it appears that what you're saying is actually true, right? But let me explain why it may not be. Because the thing is, when a man has a total, or if he's estranged to his wife or estranged to the baby mother, to a degree, of course, he doesn't care about the baby.
He's the reason they're estranged, Cool K.
Hold on. Let me just.
No. I don't care. It's taking too long already.
He's not gonna jump in front of a bullet for her.
I didn't say in front. I didn't say for her.
I know, but let me just.
But also, hold on. But also, again, why wouldn't you save the woman who is taking care of your children? Because that is the person that is best suited to take care of your kids.
Yes, you're saying what should be and what the actuality is. You know, people they keep grudges, and people in relationships are
you all over the place. You ain't making no point. Every time I make a point, you just say something stupid and deflect.
That's the point. The point is people have grudges and they're not going.
Yeah, and that would be that brother. All what you're saying, ultimately, you're not refuting anything that I'm saying. You're just making excuses for men being shitty. And see, Dave, and both of y'all don't make no fucking sense, because men do not, I repeat again, men do not, as a group, sacrifice shit for anybody. We don't. Stop. Do not come up here fucking playing. That shit is goofy. That's dead, bro.
I'm making a distinction between not saving the
general
woman and saving the child.
I never said nothing about saving the woman. There's no need to mention that. I never said it.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't indirectly. Nope. I didn't even indirectly say no stupid shit like that.
Let me explain how you indirectly is referencing it, because you keep saying, so if you're willing to sacrifice your life, why would you not treat the woman good? Or why would you not be there for the wife or the baby mother? That's what you're basically saying. And what I'm saying is, a guy could still be willing to sacrifice his life for his son and still be a knucklehead, but with his wife. That's
it doesn't make sense. You didn't actually tell me how I said that again. You just repeated the same stupid thing. B, even in that context, that's dumb. I wouldn't believe you. I would never believe you if I'm witnessing you. Listen to what I'm saying. If I witness you as a father, as a man, as a person, right, be shitty to the mother of your child, and then you turned around and told me, and I'll do anything for these kids. Cap.
You don't know how people separate. People separate all the time. They in their minds and their emotions and their personalities, people do that all the time. So you are either not realizing the psychological aspects of individuals.
I call Cap all day long. Blah 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 blah. Nobody cares. You could try to talk that bullshit somewhere else. Cap. That's not reality. That's not reality. Reality is reality is you cannot logically come to the conclusion that a person hypothetically would sacrifice for a group that they are willing to give the ultimate sacrifice, but not be willing to do something as simple as not mistreat the person that is raising their kids. You cannot, there's no logical way around that. You cannot make me believe that.
Doesn't have logic. That's what I'm saying. Psychological situations, psychological states does not defer to logic. Like I said, here you have a man, psychological states does not defer.
That don't mean nothing.
Psychological state. You're missing his point.
You're missing my point. Everyone is missing the point. The point is, a man can how to compartmentalize. He could love his son with all his heart and dive in front.
That's the point, Cool K. You can't compartmentalize this. You can't compartmentalize it.
Men do it all the time. I'm not arguing to support it. I'm just showing you the opposing viewpoint because I agree with you. But what you're failing to see is that the reality exists, that men can do that. That's what I'm saying.
They can't and they don't. They can't and they don't, and you've never seen it. Venice said kids are getting unalive because of their dads. That's a fact. Go ahead, Dre. Y'all are crazy. Y'all some fucking stone cold liars. Shit don't even make no sense.
I'm just listening to the conversation, but it's interesting that you said that men wouldn't give themselves for their children.
They don't. Hey, Deja said, drop C diff and Cool K. Take that from the back. we did it, Joe, 2 times.
Damn, double whammy. I love it.
See that? don't necessarily see that as an overall true statement.
Why not?
I can understand how in some cases it can be valid. Did I freeze?
Nope.
Hello?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand how they can be true in some instances, but
no. It's true most of the time. Not all the time. Yeah, I hear you. It's not true all the time. It's true most of the time. Yeah. Like you guys are not understanding that men don't sacrifice shit in general. Then you want me to believe that we're willing to lay down our lives for our children? Like, when did that happen? You talking about the same? Go ahead, Darcy.
What are some sacrifices that men should probably do a better job at? That's a good point.
Maybe this is a reach, but and
I don't think men need to sacrifice. Dark Saber. My point is men actually don't need. I wouldn't consider anything that men need to do better a sacrifice. Showing up for your kids. What the fuck are you sacrificing? Like men. That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Men won't even show up for their kids. Like just on a consistent basis, right? So if you're not, which is not a sacrifice, like you know what I mean? Like that's not a sacrifice.
You're not even doing the bare minimum.
You're not doing the bare minimum. Now you want me to believe that this same group of people would sacrifice their lives, but they won't show up for their kids on the daily? Like what? No, that's crazy.
What percentage of dads are you thinking? I know it's a kind of a general statement, but what percentage of dads do you think are like that? I know that's hard to overgeneralize, but
I don't know. 90%.
Really?
Hmm?
Yeah.
90%. Ask the women. If not, look. I'll recant my statement, right? I'll change it. If you come across 90% of women saying, yeah, the man that I have children with, whether it be my husband, boyfriend, doesn't matter. The man that I have a child with or children with, puts in just as much effort as I do. If you hear 90% of women say that, then I'll believe it. I'll buy it.
That's a good point.
Because I know that ain't the fucking case. I know that ain't the fucking case. I know that for sure. I know about 99% of women gonna tell you, nah. But then there's a few that'll be like, but he's a good man, right? And that's cool. And I get him to pass, right? He's a good man. He's trying, for a man, they grade us on the curve. When we get graded, we always get graded on the curve. It's always like, for a man, for a man.
Why do you think men are doing such a bad job? Because I agree with you, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why are men just not giving any effort?
Because we're socialized to not think that children are human beings and that it is a woman's job. We dehumanize men and women, right? I'm sorry, kids, children, and women, and we think that it's like a woman's job, like she's just a fucking bride, you know what I mean? She's just a maid, like, and she's just supposed to be there to serve and take care of the kids and take care of you. That's her duty.
It's not an equal partnership to take care of each other and the kids.
Can that be an equal partnership? Yeah. Is that often how it ends up?
No, that's what I'm agreeing with you. You're saying we're conditioned so we don't view it that way, as it should be.
Yeah, we're not conditioned to view it as an equal partnership. We're conditioned to think that women do all the work and all the labor in the relationship, and we just have a job and we make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, and we just come home and pay bills and pay some of the bills.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah, that's got to change.
I just want. Hi, panel. How you doing? How you doing, all? I just wanted to ask a question. Do you think it's some kind of disconnect there, just because women go through the 9 months, and I think that I think it's some kind of disconnect there. If it makes any sense, like men don't have to go through 9 months, So I think that
are you saying that's why men don't take care of the kids as much? No,
I'm not saying that's the reason why. I think I'm just saying it's just a disconnect there. Like if men were able to carry for 9 months, it'd be different.
I don't believe that because other women do it that never. It doesn't matter. Women step up if they women who don't have kids step up all the time to help with kids.
I'm one of them. I agree. I agree with you. I'm one of them. I don't have any kids. I'm 37 years old. I don't have any kids. I'm also a lesbian as well. And I don't plan on having any kids. I don't want any kids. But I have worked at daycares. My mother has owned two group homes. I've been around children my whole entire life. Of course, I'm a Black woman. I'm nurturing. I'm a woman in general. So I'm very nurturing when it comes to children, right? And I did just want to say that I do see a lot of men stepping up. I will say that. I do see, and I used to think that all the time. And then I've seen a lot of mothers that are not nurturing to their children, who have been doing things. And I've seen a lot of fathers and a lot of men stepping up when it comes to their children, if that makes any sense. But I do agree with the accountability is for men. I do. Just because I'm a lesbian does not mean that I don't hold men to a certain standard, actually a higher standard, right? Still, because I did have a father that took care of me. I have uncles and I have strong, men in my family, right? So, I do hold men to a certain, accountability, right? A higher accountability. So, I can agree with the point.
Okay, go ahead, Dre.
And I first off say I appreciate some of what you said, because I don't hear too often men giving a certain nod of stepping up. So it does happen. The majority of men, let me rephrase it. There's a lot of men who could do better. I'm not trying to say that men can't do a better job in some capacities, but I don't believe the overwhelming majority of men are these just terrible people. And if they are, my question is, at what point do you discover that the man that you're having a child with is terrible? Do you only discover it after you've had a child? Because
why are you asking women that question? Why is y'all default position always to start talking to women about problems that men create? You don't think that's fucking weird? Like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking to women? That's so dumb. If the man is bad, you're in this scenario, you're acknowledging, all right, the man is shitty. Cool. Why are you asking women? So when did you discover him? What the fuck does she got to do with this?
No, but the thing is, I'm not blaming women for the man being shitty.
You're blaming her for being with him, which is weird.
Before you get to the position of of having a child with a man who doesn't do anything for the child or you.
Dre, stop. Again, why are you talking to women and not talking to men, telling men to be better? What do you think matters the most in this scenario?
That's a conversation that we always have, though.
That's the only conversation to be had, Dre. And it's not the conversation that you saying. Wait, when you say we, you mean in here? Yes. Outside, no. All they talk about is what women need to do. That's what I'm saying. All you want to do is deflect and talk about what women need to do. The funniest shit that I've experienced on this app is men claiming that I talk to women. I'm pandering to women, right? I think this shit is hilarious, right? When I gotta fight y'all tooth and nail to stop talking to women. I'm the only nigga not talking to women on the app. All you niggas want to do is talk to women. That's all y'all want to do. All I want to do is talk to men and tell men, hey, we got to do better. All you want to do is tell women, why didn't you choose better? The fuck is wrong with you? Talk to the men, bro. Talk to the men. You are a man. You be better as a man. And then grab the man next to you. Turn to your neighbor like we was at church and say, neighbor, grow the fuck up. Neighbor, do better. Instead, you want to turn to the women and go, I mean, the men is shitty. I hear you. Okay, but why did you choose them? Like, what the fuck?
Let's say I do that. Let's say I do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guy that I know that I'm just giving a hypothetical.
Yep.
It's a guy that I know. He's no good. Let's say my sister, she don't know him like I do because I'm in a different environment. I know who she's talking. She's talking to him or whatever. I tell her, hey, don't talk to such and such because he ain't got good character. This, that, and the third. If at that point, it still falls back to men, I guess, because having a father figure, somebody around, that's able to help you pick out characteristics. It may be able to help you avoid some of the pitfalls.
Men don't know shit about vetting. Stop. That's another weird take.
That's not true.
It's so true. It is one of the truest things you're gonna hear today is men cannot vet. Right? Let me ask you a question, Dre.
Go ahead.
Who is more vulnerable in the world, men or women, generally speaking? Women. Okay. Who is more vulnerable in our society? Black people versus everybody else.
Black people versus everybody else?
Yeah. I'm saying versus any other group. Who's the most vulnerable group of people in our society? Black people, right? Okay. So because we are vulnerable, right? Do black people not understand more about like white people, about every other group of people than they understand about us?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Because we're vulnerable, right? We gotta, we have to know our enemies. We got to know everybody, right? Okay, cool. Now apply that same logic to women. You just said that women are more vulnerable than men. Cool. That means women understand men better than men understand women. Correct?
Say that last part one more time.
Women understand men better than men understand women because women are more vulnerable in general than men are. Correct? Like they have to understand men better.
Yeah, that's true, but to a certain degree.
It's true. I don't know, to a certain degree. That's just some stupid
the only reason why I say to a certain degree is because you know game when it's being ran because you run game.
No.
Let me finish. Let me finish real quick. You may disagree, but let me finish.
Okay.
If a guy says something to a homegirl that I know or whatever, and she's all melted because he's smooth this and the third. When she's telling me about what he like, some of the stuff he's saying, I can pick up on some of the stuff that he's saying.
No, you can't. No, you can't. All you're doing is, and I'll tell you, all you're doing is you're banking on the fact that most niggas be running game. So whatever that man says, because you know this, you know that niggas be lying and masking. You know that if a woman tells you, oh, he said something sweet to me, right? And this is me assuming that you being honest and you not being a fucking hater, because you probably being a hater most of the time. But let's say you not. Let's say you really got the woman's best interest at heart, right? She's telling you the information, and you're just assuming that most men are trash, that most men are masking, right? So then when she tells you whatever she's telling you, you just go, yeah, that nigga lying. And you know what, Dre? You're probably right 80% of the time, because niggas be lying like a lot. You're probably right. But you don't know the difference about what he's saying versus what another man. You don't know the man. You literally just listen to what the man said, right? First and foremost. Secondly, if you think that woman talking to her homegirls, you think her homegirls ain't picking up on that, you crazy. You crazy. And they picking up on other shit. You don't understand all the nuances that go into vetting people. You don't understand them. At best, you might be able to decipher or decode a statement. At best. But you won't understand the nuances. You won't get that shit. Women do.
Okay. So question. And this is, again, as soon as I say it, I know what it's gonna sound like. So if women are superior at all those other things, how do they keep ending up in a situation?
Because men are fucking liars, and you have to understand that women. Hold on.
But you said they're good at vetting.
Yes, vetting, sir. Vetting is a continuous process. Vetting doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen before you get married only. It's vetting is all the time. Women are constantly vetting men. Constantly. It never stops. They're constantly vetting us, right? You would call it nagging. Men get tired. Look, bro, you got a woman. You done been in relationships and had that woman constantly clocking you on shit, constantly questioning you. Have you not?
Sure.
Right?
For sure.
What do you think that is?
I get what you're saying.
That's vetting. Women are constantly vetting us all the time. And we're constantly lying. And we're constantly manipulating. And we're constantly constantly. It's all the time. It's nonstop. It's a tug of war. Constantly. So instead of wondering why women are like, women are, and also lastly, I'm gonna end it on this. Women are also programmed to be susceptible to men's lies. Women are programmed. They're socialized to fall for our bullshit, just so you know. So they have to overcome that socialization. Plus they have to overcome all the lies and all the bullshit and yada, yada, yada. Then you ask them to like, it's like, bro, I think they're doing a phenomenal fucking job. You're looking at it like, why are they still getting cheated on? Because niggas is cheaters.
How are they programmed to what'd you say a second ago? How is that true?
How are they programmed to be susceptible to our lies?
Yeah, explain that.
Women are programmed to expect less out of us. Go ahead, BBG.
I was about to say, not only are women conditioned to expect very little out of most of the men in their lives, they are also gaslit when they are experiencing that, when they speak up about it. I cannot count the amount of women that I know personally and the women that I've read about who have talked about experiencing bad things from men and then having the people around them go, oh, he's just a man. That's just what they do. That's what people tell you when a man is cheating on you. Oh, he's a good man. That joke, he's a good man, Savannah. Mm-hmm. He's just in a bad situation, because there are a large number of men who are willing to pay bills, willing to show up, to things. But like Pup said earlier, they aren't willing to keep their wee-wee to themselves, like at all. They don't even consider it a negotiation. And then other women and other men around them will tell them, oh, that's not a huge deal. But also women will consistently talk about, and numbers support this, women will talk about being harassed and it's dismissed. Women will talk about being raped and assaulted and it's dismissed. Women will talk about how they spent most of their early childhood having adult men flirt with them and tell them how pretty they are and how, they chest is filling out nice and all. Like, it starts at a very, very young age, experiencing that gaslighting. So by the time you get older and you're actually about to be in relationships with men, you still experience that. So you don't know whether or not to trust your instincts or not, because every time you speak up about what it is you're experiencing, somebody is always around to tell you, oh, well, it's not that bad. That's not actually what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add one more real quick? Because I think me and BPG are kind of two really good examples of how this happens. Another way that women are socialized to be manipulated and lied to is because men will villainize women who speak up against that. Like women who try to say, like, you shouldn't accept this from a man, or you should love yourself, or you should have high standards and high self-esteem, or, this is something that you should avoid if you see in a man. The women who constantly talk about that are the women who are ostracized and villainized, not only by men, but by other women too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Men will call them, oh, those are just the bitter, lonely ones. They're just, don't listen to them. They just want to keep you single. Those are the crazy feminists. Like, the women who actually try to help women, quote unquote, vet and tell them about what to avoid in men. Y'all villainize us and make it seem like we're just out to hurt women, or we just hate men so much. So it's like y'all really don't want women as a collective. Y'all really don't want women to actually vet better or understand these things and know how to operate around a man's manipulation and lying. Y'all don't really want that, because y'all still need to be able to say, once you do a woman wrong, well, you shouldn't have chose me. Mm-hmm. So if women actually listen to other women who are trying to tell them exactly what y'all say, how to quote unquote vet, which isn't a real thing, but let's pretend it is.
Pick up on a red flag.
If they actually listen to that, then y'all wouldn't be able to do whatever you want to a woman and then blame it on her because she shouldn't have given you the chance.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Shinron.
Hey, what's going on? I was in your live earlier when you were talking about that situation that happened in Detroit, and I agree with you 100%. But as far as this topic goes, accountability is only for men. I'm gonna agree 100% on that. And what I think what a lot of men don't realize is that the more we as men hold ourselves accountable, the easier it will be to get whatever little passive aggressive accountability a lot of these men complain about with women. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the majority of the things that we complain about, right, we try to blame all of this shit on women. At the end of the day, the majority of these dynamics are caused because of things our predecessors caused, right? I.e., other men. So even if you look at, like, say, for instance, the SW industry, right? It wouldn't be as prominent as it is even in today's time if men were controlling our members and controlling our proclivities and had more discipline. But at the end of the day, because we're the ones that power that industry, we can't really be the ones to be complaining about it and want to blame women about it. At the end of the day, if we wanted to stop, we would control ourselves better. So in that same vein, right, the majority of the things that we can sit up and complain about in society, in a world that men built, the issues that we complain about have been started by men or were exacerbated by men. So I think that we're the ones that allegedly built the world that we live in today. That is going to be on us to take accountability for the issues or the places where it's messed up at in order for this shit to actually get fixed.
That's right. Go ahead, Dre.
And I think the other thing, the funny part is men who are of the belief that women are just choosing wrong never ask themselves, where are these women picking all these bad men? Like, no, that question never comes up. Honestly, to me, it's like having a little kid. Like, if you have a little kid, we lived in a city at one point where they had an abundance of possums, and I didn't know they had an abundance of possums. And it wasn't until my daughter kept telling me that she found these kitties. She kept coming back and saying she found these kitties. And I'm like, what the heck is she talking about? She was really little. So I'm like, okay, she's just making that up. Till she came to the door with one. And it was a possum. She had it in her arms. She was like, Mama, look, I found a kitty. And I didn't ask myself, why did she pick that? I asked myself, where the heck is it coming from? Like, why are there so many that my child could go and find one? I had never even seen one in person. Y'all never ask yourself where these raggedy possum style niggas is coming from. And you need to be asking, okay, if women are picking up this amount of bad men that are intentionally leaving them with children to raise, that are abusing them, that are mistreating them, that are cheating on them, that, don't want to contribute, that aren't being an actual asset in the home, where are the possums coming from? Y'all never ask that question. And if you were asked that question, then you would find out that there's an abundance of them. And honestly, that was the weirdest part about the story, is that when I went in my garage, I found out that there was an abundance of them because the city had apparently been like contested with them. But like that's the part that y'all missing, is that you don't ever get to the part where you figure out that there's an infestation of men who are mistreating women and children, because you never investigate further beyond the fact that there's a possum at your door.
They also know where the niggas is coming from, and they don't care to stop it. And so they just keep saying, well, women, you need to choose better. That's really the thing. They know exactly where them niggas is coming from. Dre know where to find them. He know where them niggas is spawning. But he don't give a fuck. I do have a theory, though, that they scared of the list coming out of what it qualifies to be that, because they are that. They are that. Dre is that. That's why he like, I don't understand why y'all keep giving me a chance. Like, nigga, the fuck? Be better, bro. Go ahead, Dre. Let me in. Why are you at my door? Go ahead, Dre.
Nah, that was funny. But as far as okay, the question was tossed out. Where do these men come from? I guess you could say societal. It goes back. The best way to implement a mindset is it goes back to the household. The household environment is more in. Maybe somebody in the live right now has a son that maybe when they start in school they call their son a little player, this, that, and the third. Like we ingrain certain mindsets in kids, and when they grow up and become the men that other women dislike, like they were raised with certain mindsets.
They what? They were raised what?
They were raised with certain mindsets, like starting from the household.
Yeah, by other men. Other men did that to them.
No, a lot of time. Well,
it was by other men, brother.
If other men did that to them, then how does that go hand in hand with the fact that a lot of black households are after fathers? So
do you only when you was in the hood, when you was growing up, Was you only around your mama and only around your aunties, or was you around the niggas in the streets too in the hood? Exactly.
I was around.
Exactly. You was around men too, nigga. You was around little boys. When you learn how to be the man that you are today, you learned that shit from them weird niggas in the hood. You learned it from that. You didn't learn that shit from your mama. Stop lying. You learned that shit from them weird niggas in the hood that be working on cars at night with a flashlight. You learned that shit from your little dumbass homeboys out here talking about that's gay and doing all that weird. Like, yeah, that's where you learned it from. You learned it from pop culture. You learned it from movies. You learned it from music. That's where you learned it from. You didn't learn it from no women, bro. Stop lying.
No. To be real, I would be lying if I said that coming up as a boy, you don't tend to pick up some things from others in your neighborhood or what you see in other men, maybe in music and this, that, and the third.
Sir,
you do.
What I'm trying to tell you, Dre, is I know this from studies that at a certain age, the people that influence you, I would say the most, are your friends, even more than your parents. So once again, I know where you got it from. You didn't get it from your fucking parents. This is what I'm saying. If the men in your hood and the boys in your hood were upstanding citizens and they was going to college and they was, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't getting in no trouble, and you wouldn't get into trouble. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't care what was happening at your house for the most part, right? Just generally speaking, you would be like, if all your friends were solid, 10 toes down, everybody was good, everybody was going to school, getting good grades, you would go to school and get good grades. But since none of your friends were, it don't matter if your mama told you every fucking day, Dre, do your homework. Dre, learn how to read better. Dre, learn how to speak better. That shit was in one ear, out the other. That's what I'm trying to tell. We know that. That is a fucking verified fact, bro. Like, that's not me making that up. I'm telling you. So
it may be true to a degree, and for some people, but for every guy,
for the vast majority of people, for you too, for me and you.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
If Dre, if what you're saying is true, if that this is because of the households they grew up in, and most of them are growing up in single parent households, whatever, why aren't we seeing the same issues with the girls who were raised by the same single mothers?
You said why aren't we seeing the same issue?
Yeah, you're saying that a lot of the things that we dislike in men comes from the households they were raised in, namely the single mother households, right? So why are we not seeing those same issues in women? Why are we not seeing those same things in women who were raised by the same single mama in the same household?
I mean, and this is what I'm going to say, you can disagree with it. But coming from, and this isn't true for everybody because it's different scenarios. But women raised in single households, a lot of times you may see, men have their characteristics and how they turn out. And for women, a lot of times they're strong natured and they don't like being told what to do by a man.
That's not what I asked you. That I'm not talking about things that you just dislike in a person. I don't want you to go down a whole rabbit hole about they're strong, independent women and they can't find no man. I don't care about that. What I'm saying is these dangerous characteristics, the things that you said we hate in men. It's not, they're strong. No, things like being dangerous, things like being violent, things like criminal behavior, things like not going. See that in women.
Things like not going to college. Things like not learning how to read.
Abandoning their children. Why aren't we seeing that in the women who are raised by the same single mothers?
I'm not sure.
If it's about that, if it's because of the single mom that they're raised by, why do the girls have such different outcomes?
I'm not going to pretend that I have the answer to everything, but I can speculate that women have a deeper connection to the child at the onset than
Dre, that's you're only responding to one example I gave. In general, like don't hone in on one thing. In general, if the problem is being raised by a single mother, why do the girls not exhibit the same behaviors when they are raised by the same single mother?
I don't know. Men and women are different.
Because maybe it's not that you're raised by a single mother. Maybe that's not the fucking problem. Maybe that's not the the smoking pew that
well,
you think.
I'm not laying the whole case on it being
you are
a single mother.
Yeah, you
That's
are.
the reason
Why are you even mentioning single mothers?
I mean, a lot of the conversation that I hear up here is stats based, and to throughout the fact that there's a lot of single parent households, and the majority of which, especially in the Black community, is single mother households. To throw that,
but single mother household doesn't mean no father influence or no male influence. So you still can't deduce that these things are happening because they're being raised by a single mother, because that doesn't mean they don't have a dad. And it also doesn't mean that they don't have other male influences.
That's true.
Yeah, they just don't have a dad on paper. So they don't have a dad that's like married to the mom, but they got your daddy. A lot of niggas' daddies be there for years. They end up breaking up when the mom.
It's because the marriage rates are lower in our kids. It's a lot of different reasons, but one of them is because the marriage rates are lower. But it'd be a whole daddy right there of all them kids, and they just never got married, and that's a single mom.
Yep, on paper. And that nigga leave when the babies turn 12 and 13. And he did 12 shitty years of raising them kids, being a terrible example.
And then they go to him every other weekend, and he continues to be a terrible example, undermining all the mom's parenting. Like, but you can't say that just because it's a single parent household that they don't have the influence of the father.
Yeah. And also of the men. I just meant of the men.
Right, the other men too.
Like just exactly. The other men, like that the men are around, like little boy. Look, man, Dre. Do you need does a little boy need a father to, you know, do you believe that only men can raise men?
I believe that men raise men, but I do believe that the outside of gender, I believe that the intangibles of what it takes to be a great person.
I just asked you, do you believe that only men can raise men? That's what I'm asking. Do you think that you need a man to raise a man? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I do. I think okay. A man is.
So if you think that if you think that, right, that means a part of that is because, or let me ask you, do you think that may have something to do with the fact that boys don't listen to women?
I think young boys do push back against. Wait. Clarify what you are asking before I answer the question. I want to get.
That's what I'm asking you. You was about to answer it right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that a lot of boys push back against their mothers, or whatever. It's like it's a testosterone thing.
Okay. You end up blaming it on science. Fine. Whatever.
Men naturally challenge. Okay. That's just what it is.
All right. So that means at a certain point, boys stop listening to their mothers. So how is that the mother's fault if you're blaming it on science?
How is it the mother's fault if you're going to blame it on science?
Yeah. Wouldn't it still be the fault of the father not being there, even by your own, because you were blaming single mothers. Even Shan said whatever she said. I'm saying let's say that like what Shan said is completely wrong. But let's go back to what you were saying, right? Because your initial point was I'm saying, right? Okay, cool. So you just said scientifically, not socially. You said scientifically. Little boys, at some point in time, because of their testosterone, they stop listening to women, as if those two things are connected. But that's fine. I'll give it to you right now, right? So if that is the case, then why would you blame the single mothers?
But see that. Can you hear me now? I keep getting calls.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, that's the thing for me. I don't explicitly just simply blame single mothers, and I don't put it all on the fathers. Even though.
Then why? Hold on. Wait. See, but you're not answering my question, though, brother. You did try to blame single mothers specifically. You did because you brought them into this conversation. You did because once again I've been talking about men this whole time like I normally do, and you always want to interject women. Fine. And you, they ain't a single mother. Okay, fine. And you're saying I'm conceding everything to you. I don't agree with nothing you saying, but let's say for the sake of argument, I'm gonna concede everything you said, right? I'm telling you that even when I concede everything to you, it still comes back to men, because you just said that boys have testosterone, which makes them not listen to women, as if women don't have testosterone, but whatever. Boys have testosterone, which makes them not listen to women. Fine. So that is a nature thing. That ain't got nothing to do with the mom. So wouldn't it be at that point, if the father's not there, wouldn't he be the problem? Because he's not there?
His absence is still a problem, a huge problem. I give you that.
He's the problem.
His absence is still a huge problem.
No. He's the problem, because you just said that naturally little boys don't listen to their mothers at some point. So he's the problem. The problem is his absence. That's the problem. Even by your own logic, that's what I'm trying to help you understand. Even by your own logic, it's the fault of the man. Even by your own logic, which is illogical.
I get it. I got it. But the thing is, sit in that. I'm just trying to get up.
Oh, God, Dre. You're so disingenuous, it's exhausting.
No, listen.
Your point has been fried 7 different ways, and you still are saying but. There is no but, sir. There is no but. It's done.
Okay.
It's been freaking feed.
Let's take the but out. Also, setting aside that fact that you just pointed out, which is very true. I came up in a household without my father. I get it. What you're saying is valid or whatever. In addition to that, there is a way that with the father's absence noted and the damage that it can do, there is a way that you can raise a child within a single parent household.
You can't. According to your logic, you can't. According to your logic, you can't do it. You said initially, remember, you said, not me, you said, you agreed. When I asked you, I said, can men, does it take a man to raise a man? And you said yes. Right. And we asked the reason why. You said, because, and I'm paraphrasing now, but it's pretty much what you said. The reason why was because little boys have testosterone and they stop listening to their mothers, which now that is scientific, sir. That's not social.
Huh? I say they stop listening.
You did say that. You said you did. You did. You said, I'm sorry. They stop listening or they never listen. Which one?
If they start pushing back.
Okay. Same thing. Sorry. Same fucking thing. So you said that they stop listening. They start pushing back because of their testosterone. Fine. I hear you. Okay. So what you're not understanding is, and this is the thing that I'm talking, what you're saying, just so we're clear, you are the one who interjected science now. You made it a nature thing, not a nurture thing. We've all been talking about nurturing. We all been talking about socialization. You're saying that it is natural. You're saying that it is a natural thing. The default position for a boy is to start pushing back against his mother at a certain age because of his testosterone, which now it's science. And then you said that men can only raise men, which means the man needs to be there. So if the man isn't there to raise the boy, when his testosterone levels get too high and he starts pushing back against the woman, which you conclude is a natural thing, then it's the fucking man's fault, Dre. Even by your dumbass logic, it is the man's fault. And you're not even giving it any room. You're not giving, you're not giving anybody any room because you made it a natural thing. Your point is even worse. That's what I'm saying. It's even worse. It's even more of the man's fault at that point. Because it's like the mother was doomed from the beginning. She was never going to be able to raise the child because only men can raise men, because little boys get too much testosterone and they push back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So even by your fucked up logic, you're cooked.
Okay, so maybe my logic is fucked up. But what I'm saying is, and I'm not disagreeing with you. What I said, I'm not gonna. Let me backtrack. Maybe somebody in the comments said that I did say something.
Sir, I don't care nothing about the comments.
Yeah, forget that.
What I want you to do right now, Dre, on some real shit. What I want you to do right now is acknowledge that everything you said was stupid, disingenuous, and you don't have a point anymore. That's the only thing I want to hear from you. If you want me to believe anything you're saying, because all those things are true.
I would like to finish my thought before I
what thought? Where can we go from here? Go ahead. Where can we go from here? This is crazy. Where do you want to go from here? There's nowhere to go.
Okay. Yeah. So what I was saying, you're right. I did say that it takes a man to raise a man. I did say that. But I didn't say a mother or a woman can't raise a son or whatever. But it's levels to it. Like a mother can raise her son up to a certain point, but there's certain mindsets that can't be installed unless he encounter other men. I'm not saying that at the age of 9, 10, 11, she can't do nothing with them. Yes, she can. But I'm talking about in order for him to learn how to function as a man.
Sir, we already have established this. You're not saying anything new. I promise you. That's why I don't want to hear what you have to say unless you're admitting that what you said was stupid, disingenuous, and you don't have a point anymore. Those are the only things you can say now to make it make sense. I'll be honest with you. Anything else you're saying, you lying. You're contradicting yourself. You're pussy popping and backpedaling. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's over.
It's kind of pushing yourself into a deeper kind of corner, because you're saying that at a certain age, there's things that she can instill in him because until he encounters other men. But then you've also said that these same men are, have all these problematic behaviors because you see how it's like a continuous circle. So why does that little boy need to encounter the very men that are already problematic, violent, dangerous? The women don't want nothing to do with them. What are those men going to give that little boy?
Well, we're assuming that every.
I didn't say every. We're never talking about every.
But every man, okay, so she can raise him up to a certain point. When I say that he has to encounter other men, I'm operating under the assumption that we may have different assumptions. And my assumption is all men are not these negative influences.
But majority are.
I can't co-sign that.
Like majority, if we're talking about misogyny, let's just scale it down. Let's take out the violence, danger, whatever. Let's just talk about misogyny and toxic masculinity. Most men are going to pass that down to their sons. Most men have misogyny. Just like most white people have racism, most men have misogyny. So to say that they need to interact with these men, all those men are going to do is pass down their same problematic behaviors that they haven't dealt with to their sons. Which is exactly what's already happening, by the way. The fathers that are involved, because you act like the men who have all these problematic behaviors, most or all of them came from single moms. No, even the ones that came from fathers in the household, two-parent households, they have the same misogyny, the same problematic behaviors. They are a different font, a different version.
I disagree.
It's two sides of the same coin.
They be worse, Shan.
They do be worse, but I ain't even want to take it that far.
Them sons raised with their daddy, they be worse.
Baby steps.
They be worse.
I agree. But yeah,
the
ones that are raised with a dad, they get the misogyny directly. That's the only difference. So that it's not like that. I would understand where you're coming from if I saw an actual difference in men that were raised by fathers and men that weren't.
The only reason why I give the grace that I do. I'm not giving the grace for men to be trash. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of men not the overwhelming majority of men not fitting the description that I hear in this live a lot of times, because either I know directly or I've been associated with or I've been around. I've been around good and bad. That's why I can't disagree with what he's saying. I know what he's saying to be true. But
I don't even trust your version of good, Dre. That's the thing. I'm sorry.
If we start speculating about all that, then now you're assuming that your version of good is better than mine.
Bro, hold on. Wait, y'all. Wait, before we about to go on, open up a whole new thing. Let me read these real quick and I'm gonna let y'all go. So Nigel said, I can't stand this big bone bitch. Aqua said, is she mistaking bare minimum with stepping up? I think that was for twin. Ali said, Dre, shut the fuck up. Y'all stay trying to blame women, and you look like a red M&M in your PFP, stankin' ass. Bumblebee said, and when we wise up and try to put others on game to the BS, they say we are lying and keeping each other single. Never ending gaslight. Yep. Jocelyn said, multi-billion-dollar companies vet wrong every day. Yet you expect women to be able to do it with 100% accuracy. I worked in, I sold cars. Everybody knows this. I sold cars. I saw so many people default on their cars. I've seen so many people. I've seen people that started off with 700 credit scores and then default on their cars. I've seen people like Banks vet better than women do, because they have the ability to. But Banks vet better than women do, and they be and a lot of niggas still be defaulting on their shit, brother.
Hey,
like, it's tough. Hold on. I got one more. Teresa said, femicide is the leading cause of unalignment for Black women, 15 to 44. God damn. Moms don't instill that. We have 40 years of research on patriarchal male peer support and women abuse, which is facts. That and that's what I was saying. Like, I'm tired of y'all acting like everything goes both ways and women contribute in this way and that way. I'm not saying women are perfect. Women are also victims of the system, and they perpetuate the patriarchy as well. They have internalized misogyny. Blah 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 blah. Yep, cool, fine. They're not the cause. They're not the reason why, and they are also the biggest reason why we are fucking surviving. So you can't blame. Like, they're a net positive. They're not perfect, but they're a fucking net positive by far. It's not even close. They're like really high positivity women, like, female output, right? Whereas male output is extremely negative. We're really, 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 really at a net negative as a group, bro. Like, very, very low, like very destructive. That's why I hate anytime we talk about this stuff and men start doing the like, but what about the single mothers and da-da-da-da? I don't want to hear that shit, because I can trace that shit back to men no matter what. I can trace it back to men no matter what. So now where are we at? Now we've gotten back to the root cause of it. It's still the behaviors of men. Now where do we go? I want to move forward now, not backwards. Right? Go ahead, Shanron. My man sleep. Okay.
Yeah, I was. Can I talk to you something real quick?
Go ahead.
I try to speak what I think, and in honesty, and I put the disclaimer out there. I don't hold the position of being an expert on science or anything. Neither do I have to, in order to be able to express my thoughts.
But you got to be honest, though, Dre.
Right.
I don't care if you're an expert or not. What I want you to be is honest, and I want you to be malleable. I want you to be receptive. No Diddy.
I always operate from a position of being open to having honest discourse. Sometimes I may naturally push back with my thought, but that's not because I'm just simply refusing to hear what you're saying. I'm just getting what I got to say out there. With that being said, I get what you do up here. There's things that I agree with. There's things I disagree with. But the one, and this may be a new point because it's irrelevant. But the one thing I do point out, and it takes away to a lesser degree, takes away from what you try to do, and even saying everybody's not necessarily man bashing. You're speaking your honesty, you're putting your truth out there. But what I do notice, just by I know you're not supposed to pay attention to the comments, but I do notice that some of, even though you may be speaking in honesty about what you feel and what you think, there are some people that eat up what you're saying, and because they eat it up from a position of man hating, and you see it in the comments.
I don't care though, Dre. They have the right to hate men, and I'm okay with. I'm perfectly okay with women hating men. But Dre, what I'm saying is, once again, if women hate men, it's our fault. So why once again, why do you keep talking? Why are you always so concerned with how women act and how they talk? And stop, bro. If they hate men, it's our fault. If the kids is fucked up, it's our fault. If the world is fucked up, it's our fault. That's all it is, bro. Like,
we all have to be accountable to ourselves.
Huh?
I said we have to be accountable to ourselves. I get even.
Yes.
Even
so be accountable right now. Stop worrying about men. Stop worrying about women not liking men and hating women and hating men.
There are men who was raised in an abusive household, but they give them a right.
More deflections. More deflections.
I'm making a point. It doesn't.
You're not making a point though, because this is not about one man. This is not about one person, Dre. You see what I'm saying? Your point doesn't, it's moot.
Okay.
You were raised in a household with an abusive mother. Where was your father?
No, he was saying,
no,
that
I know.
give them the right to hate women?
No. I understand. Listen, though. Here's what I'm saying. Even in his point, I always use his points to cook his fucking point. Even in that scenario, where's your daddy? How the fuck are you in a household? Listen,
that's not the point, though.
It is the point, because you got two ways out of this.
What I'm saying is,
listen, Dre. Listen. You're in a household with a woman and no man. Where's the man? He abandoned you. He's abusive. So why don't you hate men?
He's wrong for that.
No, beyond wrong, he's abusive. He abandoned you. Why don't you hate men? Oh, you don't hate the man, but you hate the woman that stayed? Fine. That proves that it's not about the person abusing you. It's about your misogyny. Okay, cool. He's in the house. Why the fuck didn't he stop it? Either way, you see what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm trying to tell you, what you say never makes sense. It never makes sense. Like, I'm not even joking. Nothing you say up here, not in life, Dre, I don't know you in real life. Nothing you say up here makes sense. And the reason why is because you operate from a disingenuous space. All you're trying to do is deflect and blame women every single fucking chance you get.
But I think that's an opinion, though. I speak from a place of experience.
No, you don't.
I'm not speaking from a talking point. I get.
You are. That doesn't make sense. You are speaking. You are making shit up. You're making shit up. You don't speak from a place of experience. You're making shit up. You're lying. And that's all you're doing. Let's be real.
How would you know that, though?
Because I'll be clocking your lies. I just clocked your lies in real time. You still haven't admitted them. You still haven't said, you know what? You got me. You still ain't said that shit, bro. Accountability is for men only. Exactly. Perfect timing, Dre. Take some accountability. You've been up here lying for 40 minutes.
If you can itemize what
I did already, Dre. You're not about to pull the narcissistic. Tell me exactly what I said verbatim so I can refute it and say, I didn't say is, I said it right there. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You've been lying this whole time. I clocked it. Shan clocked it. BBG we clocked you.
You're misunderstanding me.
I'm not itemizing shit. I'm just gonna tell you that. I understand you. I ain't itemizing shit.
No, like we've talked about a lot of stuff. I'm asking you. I'm not remembering what it was that you said, so I'm not gaslighting.
Oh my God. The whole thing, when I just broke it down to you right now about how the men can only raise men and all of that stuff. And I said, at this point, the only thing you can say is, I concede to your point. I don't have a point anymore. And you never did that. Instead, you deflected again. And you still haven't admitted that. And it's not about I don't give a fuck. This ain't about defeat or what. I'm saying the same way if we got to an argument and you were wrong, I would want you to admit that you're wrong so I can see that you're growing. That's the first step of it, right? You won't admit it, which means you're not interested in growing. You're interested in being a fucking liar.
It's not either of those things. I'm not interested in being a liar or on.
Then stop lying.
It's just that what I said I truly believe to be valid.
It didn't make sense, Dre. Okay, then make it. Then refute what I said and make it make sense, because you can't do it. We already tried it. You can't do it. You would have to be able to do it. You keep saying it makes sense, but how? You have to make it make sense. That's my point. If you can't make it make sense, then it don't make sense. Jesus Christ, my nigga. This shit don't make sense, fam. We already tried it. We went down the rabbit hole. It didn't make sense then. It don't make sense now. So now you're just quadrupling down, saying it makes sense to me. Lies. You know it don't make sense to you. It's a fucking lie. So you're a liar. And all I want y'all to do for one time is just admit to being a goddamn liar. Show some fucking nuts, bro. Be a man for once. Stop being that shit. That's whole nigga activities, my guy. That ain't grown man shit, my nigga.
I think you're reaching though.
I'm reaching.
No, you're reaching with
all right, I gotta go get my baby.
With all the add on.
I gotta go get my baby.
Like we can disagree. I may say some things that you may not agree with. Okay, cool. But
the problem is that your disagreements come specifically from the crack of your behind. Like you are making it up as you go. And I think that that's usually the bigger issue, is that with a lot of men,
it doesn't take much for y'all to validate your own opinions because of the fact that they come from you. It's almost like y'all sit in a room, you come up with the idea, and you literally pat yourself on the back and go, yeah, that makes sense. You never do any further inspection or introspection to figure out whether or not it's truth or not. And especially if you were to walk past the room or drive past the street and one person said don't go down that street, okay, maybe then you go, you know what, I ain't listening to them. They might be a little crazy. But if 16 people, if 20 people, 25 people, if 100 people tell you don't go down that street, then at that point, you probably wouldn't go down that street. That is what's happening with misogyny. The misogyny in your minds, you don't want to listen to the hundreds of women who are constantly telling you that there's danger down that street based solely on the fact that you feel like as a man you have a superior opinion. Like that's all that is. And especially using single mothers as an example, y'all always revert to the same exact ideas. Like we see this on a consistent basis. Men using the same exact ideas about how men are better at raising children, except they try to convince women to be traditional and stay home with children. That men, somehow are making or breaking whether or not their sons respect women or not. When if the same testosterone that's making a child buck back at his mother would probably make him buck back at his father as well, because if it's hormonal, then that is also causing him to be combative with his dad. None of it makes sense. And if you actually, if you read on these things, if you actually did some research and read up on these things, then you would know, oh, wait, that probably isn't true because I don't have any research to support that.
That may be the one thing that I can see as being invalid. Just simply basing the pushback of a son to his mother based on his testosterone. I can see that. Like I'm reasonable, but in terms of everything that I've said, like I'm not. I didn't come up here to argue. I didn't come up here to just bash.
That's what we all come up here to do.
I don't understand the adjectives and calling me a baseless liar. I don't understand that.
Well, you got to ask the person that called you that. I didn't call you that. I called you a misogynist, but I think
that's what I was.
Most men are misogynists.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think maybe the reason you feel so strongly about him saying that you're a liar and you've been up here lying the whole time is because you, for some of what you're saying, some of it sounded kind of like outright lie. Sorry, got a call. But yeah, you don't feel like you're lying because you actually believe these things that you're saying. You're taken aback by him saying that you're lying because a lot of the things that you are saying does to anybody who has any knowledge or common sense about just how the world operates. It sounds like you're flat out lying. But you actually believe these things.
And you've never had them challenged before. Most men don't want to receive these ideas because they've never had them challenged before. There was a book that I read about misogyny, and the opening of the book talks about how misogyny has not been deeply studied before now. And a lot of men, the reason why you don't want to deal with whether or not you're right or wrong is because of the fact that you've never in your life had to deal with somebody confronting you about the ideas that you have about women. So it's unfamiliar territory to you.
Well, maybe part of the difference or the disconnect in our the way I view things, the way you or maybe not you or him or anybody else may view it. It's possible to have different worldviews. I heard earlier what you said that talking about growing up in the hood and this, that, and the third, and niggas on the like. I didn't grow up in that. I don't have to say worldview.
But wait, I'm gonna tell you why, Dre. I'm gonna tell you why. This is why I know y'all be lying. This is what I'm saying.
You calling it a lie?
You did though, but you do be lying though, bro. Here's why. Because when I say the things to you, right? When we take the time to explain the stuff to you, and I know you understand it. I know you know now. Like I know you clear. Like there's no way for you to not understand. Everybody else understands it. Everybody else does. Everybody does, right? And then all I'm looking for in that moment, right, is a moment of honesty from you to be like, you know what? You're right. That's fair. I was wrong. Like I see the flaw in my logic, right? That's how you would handle that. When you don't do that, and then you say, oh, but I still believe what I believe, you're a fucking liar. You don't believe it. You never did.
But see, you missed early on in the conversation where I acknowledged that I never discredited everything that you said as just being. I didn't come up here just to disagree with everything that you said.
This is what I'm saying. That statement don't mean nothing. Like you just meant, like I just said this to, like when I take the time to say it to you, you just say something completely like, what the fuck are you talking about? So what? Nobody said you came up here just to disagree, even though you did, which is another lie. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you coming up here to disagree. I brought you up here to disagree. But you cannot sit here and we do all of this labor, we take all of this time and da-da-da-da-da. And just for you to be like, oh, I still believe what I believe. You a fucking lie. That means you never came up here to understand any fucking thing, which would also be another lie, because you said, well, nah, I come up here to listen and to learn and to grow. But you don't, though. You come up here to lie. You come up here to run cover for other men. You come up here to absolve yourself of any responsibility of whatever harm you cause or whatever you participate in. That's all you do. That's your job. You an agent of chaos, my nigga.
Question. So do you believe everything that comes out of your mouth, every topic that you put up on your
it's so pointless. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not a liar. Whether I'm right or wrong sometimes, fine. But guess what? When people clock me, I go, oh shit, I'm wrong. Oh damn, you guys have changed my mind. I don't fucking just quadruple down and keep saying I'm right. The fuck are you talking about? That's the what do you mean? When somebody says, hey, Pub, that's crazy. BBG, definitely. Hey, Pub, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, damn, you right. I can see your point. Shane, same shit. My wife, fucking, I've hosted whole lives and changed my mind and literally have told people I've changed my mind from hosting this live. I had a live. I ran a topic. Everybody was like, nah, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, you know what? I see your point. And I've changed my approach.
What you don't understand is that I've been, I'm pretty sure you're aware. I've been on your live several times, so I can't say that I haven't adjusted my way of approaching some things just listening in. But everything, you can't expect someone to agree with everything and adjust everything to what it is that you say or you believe.
See, this is that narcissistic bullshit. I don't expect.
That's not narcissistic.
I don't expect everything. I don't expect everybody to agree with me. That's crazy.
That's the narcissism that he's calling out. It's that like, oh, so I guess everything I say is wrong. Everything like you're making it extreme. So it's impossible to me.
That's not the tone that I said it in. What I
doesn't matter the tone. You expect just because people don't agree with everything you say. He never said you had to. He said you're not doing it with nothing though.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
What do you agree with, Dre? See what I'm saying? Like you say you agree with stuff. But you agree with stuff. It's like the most topical shit. I'm like, yeah, man.
I agree with the fact that there's a lot of things that men drop the ball on and they can't improve on. The way they mistreat or treat women, the way they are around for their kids. I agree with all of that. It's a lot of standards that men can uphold to the nuclear family, especially the Black community, will be the beneficiary of. I believe all that.
You lost me a nuclear family.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Nuclear, whatever. I may have used the wrong term, but hopefully you get what I'm saying.
I did get what you were saying, and I still thought that it was wrong.
You think that? So you think Black men improving or being better husbands, fathers, and being present? You don't think that would benefit Black families?
Do you see how stupid that is, though? Why would you think BPG would disagree with that? That's obviously not what you were saying, bro. That ain't how you framed it. See what I'm saying? This shit, man, y'all niggas gonna make me sick. Hey, how could you ever blame women for hating men when you talk like how I hate y'all? I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Y'all niggas make me hate. I can't stand. I can't take it. It's ridiculous. This is crazy. Everything this woman, she just said, she said, I disagree with the nuclear family part. And you said, wait, so you saying that water ain't wet? No, nigga, that ain't what you said either. Like, what the fuck is you talking? Like, bro, are we in the same fucking?
Maybe I misunderstood what she said because I was in the middle of talking myself. So if I did that, then that's on me.
All right, man. Bria said, proving the prompt in real time. Hey, peace out to the tappers, yappers, and super chatters. I gotta go get my baby, man. I'm gonna holler back, y'all. I'm sorry.
You make that nuclear family work.